that's nice. Where's mine at? So then we got in the car and handled it.
Fresh like I just got a contract. Fresh like I just got a max. Roller desk, we ballin' to the max. Fresh like I got a contract. Moving through the city, we be going. Roller desk, you pullin', now you know it. Fresher than a max contract. Pullin' up, we walkin', and we walkin' in the back. Fresh like I just got a contract. Fresh like I just got a max. Roller desk, we ballin' to the max. Fresh like I got a contract. Moving through the city, we be going. Roller desk, you pullin', now you know it. Fresher than a max contract. Pullin' up, we walkin', and we walkin' in the back.
Every time you see me, know I look like Stephen Curry money. Like finals every year, what you expect from me? I'm jiggier than lack of feel. Moving like a Reeves if I play the field. I ain't seen a front entrance in about 6 months. I don't even know what it looked like. You still struggle with security, what's that life? I'm on a different wave at the Clippers game. Got your woman texting me while I'm talking to Doc. Phone ringing through the presser, had to text her to stop. While she sitting parallel to the niggas she got. I've been the realest since my rookie deal. 85 mic when I pull up here, yeah. And you pull up like a lower candy. Speaking from your burner, saying you can't stand me.
Fresh like I just got a contract. Fresh like I just got a max. Roller desk, we ballin' to the max. Fresh like I got a contract. Moving through the city, we be going. Roller desk, you pullin', now you know it. Fresher than a max contract. Pullin' up, we walkin', and we walkin' in the back.
Here, how y'all doing today? It's your boy TPJ. We're here, we're live, we're back in your ear. What's up? What's good? How are y'all doing? It is Dr. Martin Luther King Day. A huge day every year in the NBA. It's a huge day for us.
Life, man.
I mean,
It's a huge day for the world.
I mean, it's a huge day for the world, but I mean, but we talk basketball. So
yeah, it's a huge day for the world.
But we talk basketball, so I'm talking about us and our basketball.
And we also black, so.
Yeah, so we also happen to be of the Negro persuasion. We also have to be
Negroes.
We also happen to be Negroes.
They used to really call us Negroes. The Negro people.
They used to call us a lot worse than that shit.
Colored is probably like the worst. Don't call me colored, G.
Yeah, don't call me
colored.
That's my colored friend over there.
Colored,
see that guy over there? That's my colored friend.
Don't call me colored, bro.
I love him. He's great.
Colored. Don't call me that.
Yeah, shout out to all the peach people out there. Like I said, I'm no longer calling white people white. Y'all peach. Y'all not white. We got to stop that. We got to stop this myth. And I think Dr. Martin Luther King will want me to stop calling white people white. I think the word white implies pure. All of that other stuff. Y'all ain't white. Y'all peach. So if we colored, y'all peach.
Respectable.
Anyways, shout out to Martin Luther King, man, as well, man. It's a huge day, as I said, in the NBA for basketball. Number one, shout out to David Stern, R.I.P. David Stern.
R.I.P. David Stern.
He was a guy that that fought very, very hard to make sure that this day for the NBA was the day that it is. I think that ironically, even looking at the NFL and watching the games last night, The NFL has like these social justice commercials now about like cops killing innocent people, and it's kind of just like, whatever, G, y'all don't mean it. Like y'all don't mean it. But from day one, David Stern has always been a proponent of trying to bring more equality, more social change. So the fact that Dr. King Day is as big as it is in the NBA, and you can have games from literally 11 in the morning till 11, to 12 o'clock at night if you live on the East Coast. That's a beautiful thing, especially because this sport is dominated by black athletes. So it's nice to be able to have the game in Memphis. And actually the good part is like now Memphis actually has an exciting team again. So like for them, today is going to be a big game for them as a team because not only do they host this day every year, but also like they have a good team this year. They might make the playoffs. So any thoughts you got before we get ready to hop on into the topics?
I really shout out Dr. King. Yeah,
man. Shout out Dr. King, man. We appreciate it. Shout out Coretta and the FBI. Y'all funny as hell for that tweet. But shout out to y'all as well. We don't need y'all tapping our phones either. Anyways, let's move on. What's wrong with the Houston Rockets, man? This is your team, your guys. I'm always hearing Harden world, and you sat here on national television and you lied to the world.
I said what?
And said that James Harden and Russell Westbrook are the greatest backcourt of all time.
I mean, I said on paper they are. I mean, they not really. I don't think that, for one, I think, yes, Harden needs to play better, but I don't think that those two are really the issue. I think that what the issue is, like, they keep doubling Harden and, like, nobody is making shots. Like, if you look at the past 10 games, tell me what the percentages of everybody is. Like what's their 3-point percentage?
What's his percentages?
I mean, his isn't
He went 8 of 20 the other day versus the Lakers.
Yeah, but 8 of 20 isn't bad because he got to the free throw line, I think, 12 times and shot 9% from the line. So if you choose shooting percentage,
I know that's why I don't believe in no damn shooting percentage.
Listen, if you choose shooting percentage, probably like 55% or something like that. Now, granted, like, look, he needs to be better, yes, but a lot of these games when people was putting up his shot attempts, the real issue is he's not even getting up 25 shots in most of these games.
Good, he shouldn't be.
No, that's not what the Rockets do. He needs to be able to get up about 25. Like, he averages 24. There's really, in that offense, there's a reason why he averages 24 shots.
They're not winning a championship with him taking 25 shots a game.
He needs to. Like, he needs to get up. He needs to get up at least 24 shots. 24, 25 shots. He needs to get that up. For one, they don't really, outside of, like, Russ and EG, who can do anything with the ball in their hands? Like, what other creators do they have?
I told you this team.
Austin.
I'm just say this. I told you this team wasn't going to be that good. So I'm not surprised. None of this is surprising to me. Small game James being small game James doesn't surprise me.
But Austin Rivers also has been out, and I think that he's somebody else who also can like create their own bucket. And yeah, they're definitely in like a slump right now. But I think the real issue is just like everybody out now. Russ, I have no complaints about. Russ has been for the most part like solid. Pretty much the whole year for the most part. I think once he got kind of comfortable in the offense and like on what they're doing, I mean, the game seemed probably the easiest for him this year as I think it's ever been. Like, I mean, he gets the ball in transition. There's nobody around him for the most part. He can just run up the court. Like, the court is spread. You can't really, like, even though he's not the athlete he was 6, 7, 8 years ago, he's still one of the fast players in the league. Like, if he gives you one little cross, he's going to the rim. You can't really stop him. His free throw shooting has improved. I can't really say anything bad about Russ. Yes, I think Harden needs to be better. I think he needs to do a better job of hitting the shots that he is getting. I think that he can maybe like force the issue and try to get to the rim a little bit more. His step back hasn't been the best over the past couple of games. But I think the real issue is like, again, like the others aren't playing the way they were playing at the beginning of the season, or the others need to be better.
No, James Harden. Now hold on. James Harden is small game James. He needs to be better. He's not doing what he's doing. He's not the MVP. He's nowhere near close to being the MVP. And this is also why he ain't been the MVP to me in any of these years, because all these numbers is hollow. When it come time to win, when it come down to game time, I don't never see that man shine when the lights get the brightest.
You can't go to the West Conference Finals tonight.
I never see this man shine when the lights get the brightest. I never see.
That's foolishness. That's foolishness and hyperbole.
You cannot win 66 games. It's not hyperbole.
You cannot win 66 games and go to Game 7 of the West Conference Finals and say this person don't win. That's foolishness, hyperbole.
No, it's not. It's not foolishness. Not when Kevin Durant ain't playing in that game.
That is stupidity.
Not when Kevin Durant ain't playing in that game.
If you win 66 games again and get
small game James,
get one game away from the NBA Finals, you cannot say somebody doesn't win. Now
he doesn't win. What is winning?
winning a whole lot of games.
No, winning is winning a goddamn championship.
That's not true. See, and that's what we disagree.
And this is why all your favorite players are fucking losers.
No, like they're
all fucking losers.
I'm not gonna
all your favorite players except for Braun are losers.
I'm not gonna
AI included, and I love AI. No disrespect to you, AI. Come through, pull up a beer with us.
I'm not gonna qualify somebody a loser because they didn't win the championship. Now, granted, again, there can only be one team every year who win the championship. If you have a consistent 50-win season, have a 60-win season, you've been to conference finals, you are not a loser. Now you ain't won the big game, but you're not a loser.
You can at least got to get to number 2. He ain't been to number 2.
Come on, G.
He ain't been to number 2 since he was in number 3.
Anyway, but yes, they do need to play better. But again, like when you look at the West Conference standard, not like out of it. I mean, they could still end up second seed. I mean, the West is pretty much separated by a few small amount of games. I think they'll lose today, though. I don't think they'll end up beating the Thunder. I think they'll lose today, but I think it would be a big.
Why are they losing to the Thunder again?
Thunder, because the Thunder have the thing where they can like really slow the game down, and Chris Paul, if anybody knows the Rockets, is Chris Paul. And they can really, really slow the game down. And again, this is why I thought that if you gave an all-star to the Thunder, it would be Chris Paul. Because again,
so the Thunder going to go into Houston and beat the Rockets, and the Rockets going to lose a second straight game at home.
Yeah.
They're frauds.
Lost what?
They're frauds.
They've lost what, 4 in a row?
They are frauds.
They've lost 3 in a row.
They are frauds.
The Lakers lost 4 in a row. It happens. Everybody loses some games.
Fraudulent.
Everybody loses some games. Now, granted, they do need to start winning again soon. They're only 3 games back from the Clippers. They could easily go and win 6-7 straight games, and now we won't be talking about this anymore. But again, they do need to end this streak soon. I think this happens to every team. It just happened to the Rockets right now. Also, I know Harden sprained his toe, so he might have a toe issue as well. That did happen. I think a couple guys know he missed a game against somebody with the
Harden toe is the reason why he's shooting 8 for 20.
I mean, look, he did. I'm just saying he did miss.
I'm
just saying he did sprain his toe. He might be having some toe troubles. Also, one of the things you see that they're doing what teams have been doing the whole season. They're just coming up and doubling Harden, making him pass the ball. Guys are missing wide open shots. If guys don't miss wide open shots, ain't really nothing you can do about that.
He ain't making shots either.
I mean, again, he needs to be better, but the rest of the team need to be better as well.
I thought he the MVP though.
No, this year no.
Okay.
When I say the MVP, this when I
mean, hey.
He should.
Hey, where's it at, big fella?
I
ain't seen it, big fella.
He should get some votes, but he not.
We're gonna talk about it a little bit later. I had Harden in my top 5. He's not in my top 5 anymore.
He's top 5.
He's not top 5. He's a number 7. And we're gonna talk about it a little bit later.
You can't average 36 points,
and you can still be number 7.
And be the 7th best player in the league.
There's a lot of people say Kobe was never the best player in the league.
That's debatable.
Okay, then he was out there averaging 35.
But ain't nobody gonna tell you he less than top 5 at any point in time.
Yeah, but Harden is.
Okay.
Harden is.
No, he's
not top 5.
No, he's not.
Not top 5.
No, he's not.
Not top 5. He gonna go from top 5 to not mention at all soon. Small game James.
He's still a top 5 basketball player. It's a tough stretch.
Tracy McGrady with a healthy back. That's who he is.
I mean, T-Mac with a healthy back is best shooting guard in the league.
No, he ain't.
We had discussion.
No, he ain't. And I told you many a times, he ain't the best.
From 2000 to 02, I thought Tracy McGrady was the best shooting guard in the league.
And you lied.
I told you that many a time.
And he was not.
Many a time.
And he was not.
That was a period of time which I definitely thought he was, in which I thought Kobe was the 3rd best shooting guard in the league.
And he was not.
From 2000 to 02.
And he was not.
Then Kobe hit some shit and the rest of them did something else. He outlasted them all. It's like if we talking about rap. 1998, give me DMX over Jay-Z. 2004, whole different conversation. He outlasted them all. That's why he'd go.
In 98, depending on what you talking about. You talking about
everything.
You talking about better rapper or you talking about sales?
Everything. X was selling records, bro.
When Reasonable Doubt dropped?
96.
Nah, I can't honor that.
Reasonable Doubt didn't go platinum 2 years later.
I don't give a fuck about it going platinum. Like I asked you, are you talking about sales or are you talking about rapping?
Both.
Are you talking about rapping too?
I'm talking about both.
Come on, G, you the same one telling me Reasonable Doubt one of the greatest albums of all time.
It is.
So how you putting DMX above O?
I said in 1998, it's first of all, it's Dark and Hell is Hot. It's a classic album.
It's not better than Reasonable Doubt.
Yeah,
and I don't even fuck with Reasonable Doubt that much.
Okay. So, I said 98.
So what you talking about?
I said 98. In 1998, Jay-Z, DMX, you can say DMX.
DMX sold more records. That's it. I'm not saying he was better than
Hov. In 98, G.
I got mad respect for DMX. DMX was never better than Hov. Ever.
I disagree with that.
He was never ever better than Hov. He was a bigger artist than Hov. He was never better than Hov.
When they hopped on records, they was going neck for neck.
It don't matter. He was never better than Hov.
Listen. The only record in which they both hopped on, I would say Hov took that man off earth was It's Murder on Vidi Vidi Vici. He destroyed everybody.
You are in love with Vidi Vidi Vici.
Yes, Vidi Vidi Vici was the best album
Out of Jay-Z, Ja Rule, and DMX in 99, Vidi Vidi Vici was the best album. Ja had a better album than both of them in 99.
No.
Yes, he did.
Hold on, wait a
Have
minute.
you heard
Hold on. You saying he had a better album all the way up until 99? You saying
no,
in 99?
I'm saying in 99.
In
So
99.
Volume 3.
Okay.
Whatever the hell. And then there was X. Vidi Vidi Vici was the best album out of that group, collective group.
The point is, Harden ain't Jay-Z or DMX.
Okay, whatever.
Right.
Regardless, though,
Harden is Memphis Bleak right now.
Stop. They're still 26 and 15.
For real. And no disrespect to Bleak. No disrespect to Bleak.
Stop.
But Bleak was supposed to be that guy.
Bleak was cold.
No, he was supposed to be that guy. Even Bleak was like, yo, I was supposed to be that guy. But it just never happened.
Bleak was cold.
Harden cold. But he was supposed to be that guy. He's not that guy. Small game James.
Stop. By the way, I was a big.
Is that your MVP?
What? By the way, I was a bigger Bleak fan than Beans. I don't really rock with Beans Secret like that.
I mean, I never rock with Beans.
I'm
not gonna lie. I never rock with Dipset and them like that though. And everybody else love Dipset. I rock with Jewels, but I never like Cam.
Go back and listen to Jewels.
I never like Cam.
I fuck with Cam.
I never like Cam.
Jewels, like growing up, Jewels was hard. I went back and listened to Jewels the other day. That's just no. It's not good, bro. Like it's not. He fooled us all. It's not like no.
That's Harden.
Stop.
They're fooling us.
Stop.
Fooling us.
Regardless though, they've lost three straight. I think they'll push it to 4 today. Then I think maybe they come out win 4 or 5 games. We won't be talking about this later. Granted, this happens to every team. I just think everybody outside of Russell Westbrook needs to play better. At least have no complaints about Russ. Russ been hooping.
He has been.
I have zero complaints about
Russ. He's gonna hoop. Small game James got to be the MVP. He ain't the MVP.
It's not just that. The
Giannis
other guys,
world, Luka world, Harden world is over.
The other guys also had to be better. Like EG got to hit shots. Daniel House has been terrible since he fell on his back earlier in the season. He's been bad. Ben McLemore's been nice though. Ben McLemore has definitely earned himself a contract next season with somebody. Ben McLemore has been playing damn good basketball. PJ Tucker, outside of when he strapped up Kawhi that one time. Earlier in the season, defensively, PJ ain't been there. Offensively, the corner three fell off a little bit. Granted, he did have a stinger issue against Memphis, so his shoulder might not be feeling good. Also, they gotta play better defense. That's still the real issue with the Rockets is defense.
Yeah, but you look at like the homie said on that video. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to all 300 of y'all that watched us play a V. We all shot terribly except for Eli. But shout out to all of y'all that watched us play that V. But the homies was commenting on Instagram like Pavy playing defense like his favorite player. That's exactly what it is. When your mans don't strap up, of course they're gonna be bad defensively. He ain't making shots and he ain't playing defense. Small game James. I'm sorry.
Now some of those games that he won. Also, what they have to do is also get some consistency. In a couple of these games, Russ been out. They doing the same thing the Clippers. I don't think Russ plays back to backs. So some of these games it just be just Harden out there. And when Harden out there without Russ, he be trolling.
So what?
Them the games he be trolling.
So what?
But also, it's very hard again.
You're not supposed to win?
It's harder.
All right.
But then again, it's also very hard to ISO and do your thing and play defense when Russ ain't there. Because again, especially if Russ ain't there and Austin ain't there, you really only ball handler. But yes, they do need to play better and be better. But I'm not worried yet. As far as the game against the Lakers, I mean, I think it just speaks to how good the Lakers are. They shouldn't have lost that game. But again, I think it just speaks to how good the Lakers are. The Lakers are a damn good basketball team. Lakers are a damn good basketball team.
We're gonna talk about that. But before we get ready to move on and actually talk about the Lakers, let's go ahead and before we do it, because we didn't do it, I want to make sure that we go ahead and we get the intro in, man. Welcome to Hoops and Brews, man. Obviously, we spent 15 minutes talking, but as always, it's Hoops and Brews. We drink beer, we talk basketball. Today, we're drinking a Sierra Nevada Pale Ale. If you're over 21, you know what it is. If you're under 21, don't be fucking drinking unless you're in Canada and if you're under 18.
You
Yo, low key, I'm trying to do that shit right now. G, I gotta keep it. You gotta keep with the llama.
Okay, with the llama.
Should I put an actual llama next to MLK?
Yeah,
I'm finna hella do that.
But with the llama, you don't want these problems.
But anyways, are the Lakers the best team in the NBA?
No, it's the Bucks, but they're the second best team.
So talk to me. Give me your Lakers analysis. Obviously, you are a guy that has had high amount of faith in this team over the past couple years. We see what the team is now. Anthony Davis might play versus the Celtics. He's playing versus Celtics. Okay, so obviously, as we said, we're recording this during MLK Day. So if you hear this is before the MLK Day games. But still, what are your thoughts overall on the Lakers, on LeBron, on the team? Obviously, everybody was saying trade. Obviously, you had people like me saying Kuzma's better than Ingram. Kuzma struggled for the past 3 games after having the initial first good 2 games.
Game was good.
Yeah, but he played a lot better those first 2 games. AD was out versus the last 3.
Yeah, but I think that what he did against the Rockets, I think that was an outlier. Like, those were outlier games. Like, if Kuzma got to do that, they're not gonna go far regardless. I think what he did against the Rockets is how I want to see Kyle Kuzma play. I forgot what the stats were, but I know that he played the game. He hit the shots he needs to hit. I think he probably got about 13, 14 shot attempts. He was efficient. He was rebounding. He guarded Harden. He stepped up to the challenge defensively and guarded Harden, which probably frustrated him obviously because Kuzma's long. Yeah. You know, he's like 6'8", 6'9", and granted, like I saw the Lakers.
Oh, Kuzma defense matter now. Okay.
What? I mean, he's not as good as Ingram, but like when he steps up and plays, he's good. Do that. Nothing you gonna say is gonna make me look. I never thought Kyle Kuzma was bad. He's a good basketball player. It's just when you say he's better than Brandon Ingram, I don't agree with you.
He's better than Brandon Ingram?
No.
He is. He is
he's
Brandon Ingram with less opportunity.
It's not no.
Yes.
No.
Brandon Ingram with less opportunity.
Brandon Ingram with less opportunity is like Michael Porter Jr.
No. That's disrespectful. That's disrespectful to Michael.
I think Michael
Porter Jr. is going to be way better than Brandon Ingram.
I mean, way better.
Michael Porter Jr. is going to be way better than Brandon Ingram.
Way better and strong.
Way better than Ingram.
Way better and strong.
Way better.
Way better and strong. But I do think he has the potential to be better. Obviously, I mean, look at he's taller, bigger, probably more athletic, but regardless, stronger as well. But I mean, look, I like I said, this Lakers team is good. You said they don't have much of a bench. I think they do. I think the numbers don't show it. But again, I also think that this team is more predicated around defense and not offense. And if you look at their offensive and defensive rating, they're 3rd in defense and 4th in offense right now. Rated in the league. 4th in opponents' points per game, 6th in points per game. But I think their defense leads to their offense. Like when they lock in and they play defense, that's when they get their offense out and running and get in transition and get some buckets. To me, I think KCP has been incredible this year for the most part. I think he's been really okay. Incredible is strong. He's been good. He's been.
I was about to say, you the same man told me you saw that man miss a layup in front of your face.
Yeah, but again, him missing a layup don't equate to him being bad. Like I'm looking at what he does defensively, or what he does on the break. Him taking the shots that he's supposed to take. Now, granted, he missed a layup, airballed a layup, but I think that's what people focus on too much with KCP is his mistakes because they're egregious. Like he'll have a good game, have 11 points. Play solid defense, hit the shots that he's supposed to hit, and then he go in there.
Get the smoothest air ball ever.
And then he go in there smoothest air ball ever, and that's what's going to be on Twitter, and everybody, KCP's trash. And those are the moments that you remember KCP for. Yeah. I think KCP been the best guard on the Lakers all year, and that's including Danny Green. I think he's been the best and most consistent guard on the Lakers all year, and that's including Danny Green. Including Danny Green. There have been long stretches outside of Dwight. Because Dwight, I think, has consistently been, the 3rd best player on the Lakers pretty much for most of the year. But outside of him, I think it's been KCP. No. I really do.
No.
Outside of him, I think it's been KCP.
No.
JaVale stepped up huge against the Rockets. Defensively, he's been better. That last game against the Magic, he got broke down for a minute straight. But literally, he got the last minute of the 4th quarter, he got broke down for literally 1 minute straight. Everything was JaVale's fault somehow.
That's funny. Yo, shout out to Mike Jones as well as the other homie that just donated. Mike Jones said J.R. Ryder was the best rapper from Dipset.
I agree with that. Yes. Yo, have you ever heard J.R. Ryder's debut album?
Nah.
Go listen, G. It's hard.
Really?
Riot Pump, hard. Back with it, hard. And I will stand by that album forever.
Back with it, hard.
G. Riot Pump, hard. Ecstasy, hard. You're right about that. J.R. Ryder was the best actual rapper from Dipset. But, yeah, man, again, I think that when I look at this Lakers team again, I think they can beat anybody in the West outside of the Clippers. I still think that the Clippers are a nightmare matchup for the Lakers. Mm-hmm. But anybody else, I give them a shot. Now when we get to the finals and play the Bucks, I don't know. I don't know. But they definitely got a good shot at it. And I don't think that they need to make a trade. I think if you can sign Collison, you go and you do that. But I'm not willing for them to make a trade right now because I don't think that they need to do that. I like the guys that they have. And the one thing that I don't think that you can put a price tag on is chemistry. Everybody seems to really like everybody.
Yeah.
Like everybody seems to really be friends. Like that may be because you have guys at certain stages in their careers where they all just want to win. Dwight been through everything. He just want to be accepted again and have redemption. Jared Dudley, he's in his 30s. He's never won. Rondo done everything in the league. He just want to win. AD done been through what he went through in New Orleans. He come in here. Obviously, I got free agency here, but I just want to win too. I want to be healthy. I want to win. This is what I came in for, to be on a good team. I'm finally on one. JaVale, former champion. What, 2-time or 1-time?
To be quite honest, I don't know. Let me see. I think he is
2-time champion.
Two-time champion, yeah.
2-time champion. So I mean, look, the JaVale that was the Shaq and the Fool JaVale. That's not the JaVale that we know anymore. JaVale is accustomed to playing winning basketball now. Quinn Cook, I mean, he's a guy. He's been to the finals multiple times. I think he even has a ring. He's accustomed to play. So you have a team. I mean, even like a guy like Avery Bradley, been down and out for the past couple of years, traded around, bounced around. He come in. So I think you got guys in the right situations in their careers where they all really just want to win. I think everybody besides Kyle Kuzma, who only been in the league 3 years, has been around the NBA and pretty much done everything that they could possibly do on their own, and they at a point where they just want to win basketball games. And I think that's one thing that you can't ever discount is people being at the same places in their careers. And look, like I like what the Lakers got.
Yeah, so I'm a not kiss the Lakers ass because I don't care about kissing the Lakers ass, and I'm also not a LeBron fan. There's no offense to you, but I like what the Lakers have been doing. I didn't expect them to win that game versus the Rockets. I thought Harden was going to go off for 60.
No, I did.
But the one thing that I've been noticing, and as I said in the previous segment, was small game James is small game James. And as much as I love to levy disrespect against LeBron, he don't go out there and lay eggs like Harden does. You don't ever have the conversations you have about James Harden in regards to LeBron James. And I think that's a testament to how great LeBron has been. Not only this season, but consistent. No, not really. No, they don't. No, they don't.
He doesn't shoot the ball enough because that's not him.
Yeah, but with Harden, it's like he doesn't perform in big games. That's not LeBron. We've never had that.
People know. People was on Christmas saying shit about Bron. People was talking about Bron the first game of the season.
One time about Bron on the
Yes, they were.
I'm the main one that's been calling Bron as washed for the past year. Bron ain't never been James Harden. And it's disrespectful for anybody to ever put LeBron. No, I know, but I'm just saying. Still,
that people still do criticize Bron and say Bron ain't bringing it. Or Bron ain't this. Bron scared.
I never said that people don't criticize Bron. No, Kawhi's trainer said that. Let's keep it G.
Everybody was saying it. Did you not see Twitter?
Come on, man.
Doing the whole game, the first 2 games of the season.
I feel you, but it's not about being scared of the smoke. I'm not worried about that. LeBron is old now. So, I don't want to guard him. He put a hole in goddamn Kevon Looney's chest.
I'm not guarding that, man. Why am I doing that?
I got growing issues. What the hell am I guarding him for? You put a hole in my groin, man, go up accidentally knee me, I fly in the second row.
I know. I feel
Looney flew.
I feel you.
Looney flew like he was like, you ever seen like Superman and like run into like his enemies full speed and they both hit each other head on and they just fly into different buildings? Yeah. That's what happened when Kawhi hit Looney. If I'm LeBron, hell no, this is December. We can do this we can tango in April, big fella. Not right now. We can tango in April, big fella. We can sorry, we can salsa, whatever you want to do. But not in January. Not in January, like I told you last year. Sorry. When in February that LeBron came back from vacation.
He was hurt, G.
Mad as hell just started. He also was on vacation.
He was hurt.
He was on vacation.
He was hurt. Like, you act like people aren't actual human beings sometimes, bro.
I'm not. What you mean?
You
the main one tell me I get injury prone. You gotta understand injuries.
He just came off 7 straight finals appearances. Went to a new city.
We got excuses.
I'm not an excuse. He got hurt.
Okay.
He got hurt.
And he was still on vacation before.
Okay.
And then he said his playoff mode was activated, and that shit was not activated.
It was activated. It just didn't work.
No, that was cap.
It just didn't work.
No.
The team was too hurt. Guys were in and out the lineup. Oh, and one thing about this year is, for the most part, they've had consistency with their main guys. For the most part, their main guys aren't missing too many games. For the most part, unlike last year. For the most part, and like if somebody does miss a game, it's like that person will miss 4 straight games, as opposed to in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. So you get guys to get some consistency and some feeling with the lineups.
I'm not upset.
And you got to give credit to the job Frank Vogel has done. I think people like don't. They have a good ass coaching staff, bro. Like they have a really, really great as far as like, do you ever have any fear the Lakers getting outcoached this year?
No. Well, yeah.
By who?
In the playoffs, yeah.
By who?
By Doc Rivers, Rick Carlisle.
They can't get
I think Mike Malone can outcoach him in the series.
No. You're not outcoaching Lionel Hollins, Jay. Look, Doc.
Come on,
look,
man. Lionel Hollins is not that hard as a coach. Let's keep it a thou out with you. Lionel Hollins is not that hard as a coach. Stop
Doc, no, look.
Alan Gentry a better coach than Lionel Hollins.
The only coaching staff I'll give you in the Western Conference that I think can outcoach the Lakers is the Clippers. I think that Ty Lue, Sam Cassell, Doc Rivers, all those guys, cool. Anybody else, I don't.
Carlisle didn't outcoach whoever LeBron coach was at that point in time and put LeBron in the hellhole.
What?
What do you mean, what?
Eric Spoelstra?
No.
Eric Spoelstra?
Rick Carlisle.
Eric Spoelstra.
Rick Carlisle. No, I'm talking about Rick Carlisle. He didn't put LeBron in the hellhole in that finals?
Eric Spoelstra? Yeah, a couple years ago, and that also made LeBron get better because he couldn't fucking shoot the ball.
Well, guess what? That don't mean there ain't no more wrinkles to his game. Come on, man.
He didn't even outcoach Eric Spoelstra. LeBron just wasn't good enough yet. He didn't outcoach him. LeBron just wasn't good enough. If LeBron gonna give you 8 points, what the fuck my coach is gonna do? He scored 8 points. The hell I'm gonna do with what? What I'm gonna do with that?
Be a better coach.
If LeBron James gonna score 8 points, what the fuck you want me to do?
Good coaching. That's what I just said. Good coaching. So Rick Carlisle can't outcoach the Lakers?
No. And that
Frank Vogel not a better coach than Rick Carlisle.
Listen. You got Jason Kidd to refer to. You got Lionel Hollins to refer to. You got a lot of guys on that bench with
Jason Kidd wasn't a good coach?
No, he was decent. Jason Kidd was a decent head coach. Or else Giannis wouldn't have been crying when they fired the man.
Yeah, because you fired his best friend. Shit.
Because he liked him.
That don't mean he was a good coach?
Clearly it does.
No, it don't.
If you sit,
they got way better when he left. They better.
They also have a way better team now as well too. If you sit Giannis' ass right here and tell him what coach had the biggest impact on your basketball career,
he gonna say Mike Budenholzer.
And Jason Kidd gonna be the next name.
No, he
gonna
say because he gonna say Mike Budenholzer because I won a winner before I started playing with Mike.
Jason Kidd. He gave the confidence to even do what he doing. He put the ball in the man's hands. That shit wouldn't happen beforehand. And like I said, no Rick Carlisle didn't outcoach Eric Spoelstra. LeBron did that. The man scored 8 points, G. That's funny as hell. The man scored 8 points, G. Yeah, if Michael Jordan could go out there and score 8 points, what the fuck Phil Jackson gonna do, G?
Number one, don't ever disrespect Michael Jordan. Put him in the same conversation with anything less than 10 points, okay?
Stop.
No, I'm telling you to
saying.
stop. I'm telling you to stop. Don't put Michael Jordan in any conversation with less than 10 points.
If Michael Jordan gonna score 12 points, the fuck Phil Jackson gonna do?
Probably yell at Mike, and then Mike gonna punch Steve Kerr, and then he gonna go out for the next game and drop 60. LeBron didn't do none of that.
I'm just saying.
It was a whole series.
That's Bron's fault.
Rick Carlisle outcoached him for a whole series.
No, he didn't. Rick Carlisle had a good game plan, but if LeBron James was, even though LeBron James, he was the year after that wouldn't happen. And also Dwayne Casey was on that staff as well. No. Dwayne Casey was also on that staff, who's going to have a very successful head coaching career. You can't win 50 games every year in Toronto and not be successful. Stop that. The only year he able to the playoffs was this year. He ain't going.
I can't agree with you on that one.
What the fuck do you mean, G?
I really think Rick Carlisle, I think Mike Malone, and Doc Rivers can outcoach him.
I'll give you Doc.
Yes,
I'll give you Doc. I'll give you Doc and the Clippers coaching staff because I believe in Sam Cassell.
I even think if the Pelicans make the playoffs, that they have a chance to push the Lakers to 6.
I agree with that, but that's because they're young, athletic, and mad. Young, athletic, mad, and don't know that they're not supposed to win.
Why they put Gucci ice cream cone face on Martin Luther King? I'm sorry, I put all these Martin Luther King memes I'm finding on the internet on here. I don't care, bro.
No, but
MLK.
But also with the Pelicans, if they snuck in the playoffs, I think they could take 2 games from whoever they play. It's because they're young, athletic, and mad. Again.
And Zion is Zion. But let's go ahead. Let's move on.
Even without Zion, I think they could take 1 game away from somebody, and maybe 2 away from the Clippers.
They're not taking 2 away from the Clippers. Okay. They could take 2 away from the Lakers before they take 2 away from the Clippers.
No, I think they could take 2 away from the Clippers.
I disagree with that. Even shout out to the homie Jason, who's always talking shit about me and my Brandon Ingram hate. It's fine. We can all hate on each other's hate the same way. But he during that game was tweeting like, "Yo, Kawhi Leonard got Brandon Ingram in hell right now. Paul George ain't on the floor right now.
Still scored like 25 points,
and Paul George wasn't on the floor.
Okay,
what do you mean?
They're not taking.
Bro,
I'm just saying how they went on the court.
I'm gonna keep it a thou wow with you. The Pelicans versus the Clippers probably gonna lose in maybe 5. If they get 1, they gonna be lucky. I think versus the Lakers they can take them 2 because Lonzo and Ingram got motivation, and I think that
I think they can take the Clippers too.
I don't think they can. I think the Clippers have better options to be able to defend them, and the Pelicans have no one to defend Montrezl. Absolutely no one. No one on that team can defend Montrezl.
Favors can defend. No, Favors can do a decent job.
Come on, he's food.
Favors,
that's barbecue chicken. Barbecue chicken.
Favors can do a decent job, and if
no,
Zion
barbecue chicken.
And
tweak it.
And if Zion comes back, he's not gonna be able to just bully Zion. He was doing that to Jackson Hayes, who's a rookie and still lighting ass. Zion's big as hell. He ain't gonna put him in the post, turn around and dunk. That's not happening.
I don't know if, I think this is a problem with Montrezl. I think he's the perfect hybrid between a 4 and a 5. I don't know if Zion can defend him. I'm dead ass.
Now look, in the pick and roll, no, because I think it'll take Zion some time to just.
I'm not, and that's no disrespect. I'm just saying in general. Go ahead.
In the pick and roll, yes, because which is why you said Zion was gonna help on defense. I just think like Zion, people will use Zion's athletic ability to his disadvantage. Like people to pump fake, make him foul, get him out of the game, do things like that. So I also think like in the pick and roll, yes, you can take advantage of him a little bit. But if you gotta dump the ball to Trez and tell Trez, yo, get a bucket on him in the post, turn around and do your thing, I don't think that's happening. For one, he can just push him and move him off his spot.
Yeah.
Also, Zion got to come down. Also, he got to come down and take Zion. I bet he ain't taking no charges from Zion.
No, but Zion not going to be playing the 5, though.
I'm talking about him taking charges. I bet he ain't taking no charges from Zion.
No, but this is what I'm saying is that hell no, he going to end up on a poster.
No, I'm saying he going to end up hurt. Who taking the charge from Zion?
I told you that. It's like getting hit by a G.
You got to be a brave motherfucker to take charge.
I told you that when he was in college. They said it's like getting hit by a G.
I believe it is.
Going 30 miles an hour.
I believe it is. I'm not doing that. I'm moving out the way. No, you got to be a brave motherfucker to take charge of Zion. It's not worth it.
Who gonna be the first player to try to take a charge from him? A charge, not get dunked on, but a charge.
It's gonna be a guard on like a fast break.
He gonna fucking.
I'm telling you, the first person he dunk on is gonna be a guard. It's gonna be like they gonna.
It's not. No, the first person he dunk on, he gonna catch a body against like Marcus. The first person he dunk on is gonna be a point guard. He gonna windmill that bitch.
No. I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. It's gonna be like when Bron dunked on Jason Terry. Jason Terry only jumped because he didn't know who that was coming. If he would have known that was Bron, he wouldn't have jumped. He just didn't know that was Bron. It's gonna happen like gonna do a
turn around.
Somebody gonna like Lonzo gonna throw a lob or something like that, and like somebody gonna jump, but they're not gonna realize like, oh shit, that's probably Zion. He gonna catch it and he gonna send that man through the floor.
Yeah, we'll see. But all right, let's go ahead and let's talk about the Clippers. Are the Clippers contenders or pretenders?
They're contenders, yes.
Are they actual contenders or are they pretenders? We've seen Montrezl post some cryptic messages on Instagram.
We have.
I have.
What you post on Instagram?
I sent you it earlier.
No, you didn't.
I text you what he posted on Instagram.
You didn't text me what Montrezl posted on Instagram?
I definitely texted you that.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't. You texted me what somebody else said about Montrezl.
Yes, but underneath that, it was a chain of what he posted on Instagram.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, so basically, Montrezl was on Instagram, and Montrezl posted on, hold on a minute. It says, everyone in the world has something to say about Trez and what he can and can't do and what I'm worth. He been posting messages like these for a while. Legit. He been posting messages like these for a while on his Twitter. Cryptic messages. His contract is coming up at the end of this year. He's gonna get paid by somebody.
It's not gonna be the Clippers. It's gonna be by the Hornets.
The only reason why I don't know if they're pretenders or contenders yet is because I still, number one, haven't seen an entire squad healthy. Number two, I still believe that they need a point guard. And number three, I still believe that this team has chemistry and issues, and I can't, especially with me being in the locker room. Like I said, you will never ever hear me come on Hoops and Brews ever and personally out guys for behavior that I think might be questionable or anything like that. But just being in their locker room, I just don't see the same level of camaraderie as that I saw last year in the 3 games that I covered last year, even though they didn't have all of, like even though Tobias was gone at that point in time. But I just didn't see the same level of togetherness as I saw last year. Now, that doesn't mean that they can't win a championship, but I just need to see something different. I'm just not really... I feel like it's a few factions within that locker room. like on some WWE shit where it's like 3 or 4 guys. It's like they Generation X and this guy's this and this and that.
Wow.
And the one thing you can always say about Doc Rivers' teams is that for the most part, as units, they were cohesive units. And they all got along with each other until like the Ray Allen PG shit as Ray left and went to Miami. Then they got mad. But that's not.
Yeah, allegedly, Ray and Rondo never really rocked with each other.
Yeah,
like
but
that.
nobody who has ever rocked with Rondo. I'm asking you.
I don't know.
Who's ever been like, yo, I rock with Rondo? Nobody.
I
He's
don't
the
know.
same guy that's got sent home for 42 games because he was terrible in the locker room.
It was more so because
After he chose to sign there.
It was more so because he wanted to be used differently. And
But guess what? It doesn't matter. You
you're right.
chose to sign here. So you are beholden to your contract.
Yeah, I remember I thought Dallas was gonna get a ring because of that. That is not what happened.
Yeah, exactly. So all I'm saying is, I'm not really seeing what I need to see from a chemistry perspective with this team. I'm still waiting on to see what PG and Kawhi can look like when they're rolling on full cylinders. I feel like we've been seeing superstar level Kawhi since Christmas. But I also think that, as Pat Bev has said and Lou Will have both said in post game when I've been there, it's like, yo, like, guys got to realize Kawhi was coming off an injury last year, did a finals run, and he didn't really work out that much over the summer because he was kind of healing his body. So now, I think even Lou Will said it the last game that I covered, it's like now he's finally kind of hitting that point where
You can see it too.
he's getting in better shape and he's kind of hitting his physical, kind of peak for the year in terms of being healthy and getting his conditioning right. So yeah, he's going to be playing better because his conditioning is better because he spent the whole summer resting because he had a long finals run and we all know he got issues. So I need to see PG come back and really like be the number 2. Like, he's a number 2 right now, but I need him to come back and undoubtedly be the guy that he was last year. Early this year, he said he was shooting better and playing better because he got new shoulders. Well, he's had some knick-knack injuries. He's supposedly going to come back. They want him to play over this road trip that they're going on.
Is that, like,
But I still have not seen what I need to see from this team to say that they are contenders. Because I still think the Nuggets are pretenders. So it's not as if I'm levying. I think the only contenders in the West right now are the Lakers, and the only contenders in the East right now are the Bucks. And if you want to put the Celtics in a close number 2, fine. But the Lakers and the Clippers are the really only contenders I see. I'm sorry. The Lakers and the Bucks are the only 2 contenders I actually see in the NBA for winning the championship.
I agree with you because I think even with the Lakers, you don't like you have not the Clippers. You have 3 guys who can be legitimate go-to guys. 3 guys who can all get you a bucket. The Nuggets, I don't think you have that. Like I don't think you damn near. I mean, you could say Jokic is one, but I still think you need a guard or a wing to be able to do that. With the Clippers, I think they have chemistry issues, but I think they have chemistry issues because they don't play together that much. Like dead ass, they ain't never like they don't play or practice together that much. Like even
I think they have locker room chemistry issues.
Yeah, but
so
I don't.
but
I don't think that's as big of an issue as the fact that they ain't never spent no time on the court. I think when you win basketball games and you own the court and you winning, some of those locker room chemistry issues can disappear, or it can be suppressed. I don't think you have to like each other to win basketball games. I really don't. I think you have to be on the court and play well on the court. They don't play together as a unit right now on the court because defensively, offensively they never have a problem scoring buckets. Like they got 3 20-point per game scorers and Trez damn near 4. Really 4. You're never gonna have an issue getting to 110 points. You're just not. It's defensively and turning the ball over where they have a problem. And even with the Kawhi thing, right, or Paul George thing, they talking about Kawhi coming back. I know somebody said Kawhi might come back on a back-to-back. So that means PG might come back on a back-to-back. So that means Kawhi not gonna play one of those games. So it's like, what the hell? At some point in time, you need to get all your guys on the court for at least 10 games.
They only have, I think, 1 or 2 more back-to-backs left this entire year.
Like real quick, I bet if you ask Doc, what's your best lineup, he don't know. I bet right now he don't know.
Yeah, but I think part of that is because he's been trying to play too many guys that he shouldn't be playing.
Yeah, but I think a lot of
I'm not going to say which guys should or should not be playing.
I agree with
he's been playing way too many guys that should not be playing.
I agree with you, but you got to think, one, he's not going to run out there. He's not going to run Kawhi out there 35, 36 minutes a night. Mm-hmm. Right? You're not going to run PG out there 35, 36 minutes a night because both the guys, PG coming off a shoulder injury, so he's been restricted. Really, the only guys who ain't been restricted all year completely are like Lou Will and Montrezl Harrell.
Sorry.
Everybody else, for the most part, is coming off some type of injury or has had knick-knack injuries, so they've been on, some type of minutes restriction. Yeah. So you have to play a decent amount of guys because, again, you don't want to run these guys out there. I think that the main thing with them is, everybody needs to get off injury report, get a clear injury report, and actually figure out your 8 to 9 best players, run with that, and start to build some legit camaraderie with this basketball team. Because I think that's the real issue. Like even locker room, whatever, everybody ain't gotta like each other. We ain't all gotta be kumbaya to kick it. We don't have to do that. A lot of championship teams don't like each other like that. But as long as when you put your jersey on and walk on the court, y'all in love with each other.
Yeah, but that's part of. But that's what I'm saying. I don't feel like they in love with each other.
I think that happens because they ain't got enough chance to get on the court to figure it out. Get on the court and play basketball together.
Look, you covered the team more throughout the season last year than I did, and kudos to you for doing what you did. But I guarantee you're not telling me this locker room this year, regardless of the media members that are in there, feels it. I'm sorry, bit my lip. Feels the same from a camaraderie standpoint as it felt last year. It's not the same.
No, but
that's part of the issue. I don't care if guys are hurt. They don't play like they like each other.
I hear what you're saying, and I agree. I think last year was more of a college feel, and you can't expect for one, you got expectations on you now. So even like outside of the people you bring in, people expect shit from you. Yeah. Last year everything was all good. Whatever you did was a plus.
Hey, but I thought that they weren't the underdogs no more. Huh? I'm not talking to you. I'm saying they always say we not the underdogs no more. We I'm just saying. It's a different. I'm just saying. With what you're saying comes a different level of pressure,
yes,
but also these guys don't feel the locker room don't feel the same.
I hear what you're saying, but I think I feel you, but that's not what I'm focused on. I'm focusing on what the product I see on the court. The locker room ain't gotta feel like y'all gotta actually get on. Like for instance, when they were talking about coverages, right? Talking about like the right coverages. Yeah. Like even if you yell the wrong thing, just yell something and then stick with it. Yeah. But it's like, how would you even know that unless you get on the court and literally play together? Like some of these things can't be fixed in practice. Ain't nobody doubling you in practice. Everything one-on-one, head up. So some issues you can't even fix. Most issues that you fixing, you can't fix in practice.
Well, I mean, they've said that they've been fixing a lot of those issues.
No,
in practice,
some of the things you can't.
I can't agree with that.
I hear you, but like no.
They've literally said a lot of our things that we've been trying to figure out and get right, we've really been trying to take practice and use that time to be able to leverage it. I hear you, but you can
never ever formulate an actual game situation with intensity, with a crowd, with legit pressure in practice. Sometimes, like yes, some of the things obviously with defense, what it be said when you're doing your zone. Obviously, Doc was like, yo, we don't want to run a college zone. We got to be up. You can like go through schemes in practice, but it's just certain things that you actually got to get in a game and get actual game reps to be able to fix. I'm sorry, and I don't think that they have had the appropriate amount of game reps that they need right now to be able to fix certain issues defensively. Offensively, I don't care. They'll figure it out. Even if I know, like shout out Eli, he was like, "Oh, they do a lot of ISO ball." Do you see the people they got in the playoffs? What do who needs to shoot the ball?
Yeah,
but defense is the issue. Defense and turn the ball over. Now you say they need a pure point guard. If you look at Pat Beverly's assists, he's been trying. He's been giving you 8, 9, 7, 8 assists a game. He has been trying. I think even the turnover issues, again, which I said last time, were for them not being focused. A point guard ain't going to stop you dribbling the ball off your leg or when somebody cutting and he throw it to where you was at. These are things you got to get on the court and actually just play games to do. And my worry is that they not going to ever be able to get into a stretch of having 5 to 10 games, 5 to 10, 15 games where they actually just play. And then you go into the playoffs and think just, because we got the talent that the familiarity is just going to pop up against a team that maybe isn't as talented as you, but has been playing together longer than you. And they have more familiarity with each other. That's my worry.
I mean, I think we'll see. I mean, obviously we have differing opinions on it. But I think I won't truly be able to see I won't really truly be able to see if they are contenders or pretenders until they show me, and I'm still largely unconvinced. And even when I talk to other guys in the media room and stuff like that, like we all looked at this team as thinking like, yo, we might be able to. I honestly feel like this is eerily reminiscent of that Spark season this past season, of where you think you have a championship team, and their locker room was splintered because the players don't like fish. But like,
I don't think the players don't like fish.
I've heard enough around the scenes to know that they don't rock with fish. And there's no offense to fish, but they don't rock with fish, and they never have rocked with fish. So I don't know if this team rocks with each other. Obviously, Kawhi is a very to himself guy. Like even in the locker room, I don't necessarily see a bunch of people coming up to talk to him, but he's just that's just who he is. But also, you've heard them say a bunch of times that like, yo, Kawhi's funny. You don't really get to see that part of him because like y'all work in the media, and that's true. Like Kawhi is very about his job, so I don't know his dynamics when other people aren't around. But when I'm around, I don't see the same level of camaraderie I saw last year, and that to me is the difference between last year and this year. Ironically, the Clippers have won. This is the second fastest they've ever won 30 games in their franchise history outside of, I believe, it was 2012, 2013. So it's not as if they aren't having a great season. They're having a great season. But championships are built with guys that even if they don't like playing with each other, they respect each other. And I don't know if every guy in that locker room respects each other, and I don't know if every guy in that locker room likes playing with each other.
You got to play to do that.
Yeah, but I disagree with that. I
disagree with that.
You don't have to play with somebody to know if you like them as a person or you want to hang around with them or you want to talk.
Basketball court, bro.
I disagree with that.
Really
I disagree with that. I wholeheartedly disagree with that.
Especially
even Shaq and Kobe. You've heard them say a million times, like me and Kobe or me and Shaq, we had our issues, but like when it came down to like us being on the court or working with each other as teammates, regardless of what we felt about each other's work ethic or how we should handle things, we all looked at each other and was like, yo, if we do this right and we have enough respect for each other, we can get there. I think certain guys on this team have their own agendas.
I'm gonna stop you here because you got to think Kobe and Shaq have played with each other 4 years before we even get to the 3-peat years. So they have a level of familiarity at least with each other. These guys don't. They gotta play with each other.
That don't mean they can't like each other though.
Kobe
and Shaq never liked each other off the court because Kobe was a young kid and Shaq was
exactly.
a superstar.
So I don't think any of that shit matters.
None of these guys are young kids though.
But listen. I mean, yeah, but everybody is at different points in their careers. Some people got families, some people don't. Some people got different interests. You know, like, hey, I might like to go to the club. You like to stay at home and read. So obviously, off the court, we're not gonna kick it too much unless we're on a road trip. For one, which is why I think road trips are important because everybody there, you get to bond with each other. Obviously, LA is a big city. It's not like it's fucking Utah. So if you live in LA, somebody might live downtown, somebody might live in the valley, so you might not kick it with each other outside of what you do at practice and things like that. That doesn't necessarily bother me. My thing again is actually getting on the court and getting actual basketball game reps. I don't give a shit if you like each other. Get on the court and get actual basketball game reps.
I mean, look, we can agree to disagree on that, but also, if you're a fan, this is also something that I want you to see is that we are in this locker room habitually, and even we have conflicting feelings on how we feel the locker room is. So to me, even that within itself lets me know that they still got some things that they got to figure out.
Thing says Los Angeles Lakers and Sixers among teams have interest in trading for Derrick Rose.
Good.
Lakers and Sixers.
If the 76ers get Derrick Rose, it's gonna be crazy because
Who they giving up though?
It doesn't matter, to be quite honest. You got a guy that's giving you 20 points. And actually, let's talk about this right now. I'm going to switch it up. Is Derrick Rose an all-star?
No.
But, okay, you say no. But to talk about the Lakers and the 76ers expressing interest, he's 20 points off the bench right now.
But I think a lot of it is because he has the ball to be able to
Yeah, but if you look at all of the teams that he would be potentially going to, most of their offense is based on pick and roll. He's a pick and roll player. He's been like, you talk to me about Drummond's 17, but I guarantee you Derrick Rose has been feeding him half of that 17.
I mean, that's cool, but Drummond still could be giving you like 13 without it.
Yes, but 13 is not 17.
I hear what you're saying.
And when Reggie Jackson was out there, we've said for the past 3 years, he plays numbnut ball. Derrick Rose this year has been a steady enforce for that Pistons team. And if Blake wasn't hurt, this team would be a top 5 team in the East. But Blake was hurt. Blake is hurt. Even though, never mind, I'm not gonna put Blake business out there. But Blake is hurt. So I'm looking at D Rose, and I personally believe he's an all-star. You will look at me and you're gonna tell me Trae Young, you're gonna tell me Bradley Beal.
Yeah.
I would argue with you that Derrick Rose's team is equally as bad as both of those teams have been.
No.
Yes.
I would tell you
even the rookie Diambo or whatever his name is, he's playing like extremely valuable minutes for this team, and he ain't no high draft pick.
Yes, he is.
He ain't Cam Reddish.
I mean, yeah, but
he ain't Cam Reddish.
I mean, yes, but
what? 18?
What
is he? What is he? 18th pick?
No, he's like the 15th pick, I think, like that.
That ain't Cam Reddish, G.
I mean,
Cam
I
Reddish
understand
are
that.
like lottery pick.
Yes, but
top
again,
10 pick.
Yes, but again, I think that Cam Reddish also in college was held back by the fact he went to Duke. I think if he would have went somewhere else where he'd actually had the ball more, he then it would have been a top 3 pick, and also would have been more NBA ready coming in.
Yeah, but all them shoulda, coulda, wouldas ain't about.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Like again. Also, where are the vets on Atlanta? It's Vince Carter. As opposed
But you gonna tell me that Trae Young deserved to be able?
He does. He's averaging 28 and fucking 7.
But they aren't winning games.
It don't matter.
I see
It's not
Derrick
about winning.
Rose
Derrick
night
Rose
after.
not winning games.
I disagree with that. I can tell you ain't watching enough
They
Pistons
not
basketball.
winning games. They're the fucking 9th seed. They're
What the
not
fuck you
winning
mean? Trae Young got the fucking worst record in the league.
games. So he averaging 28 and 7.
So the fuck what? They got the worst fucking record in the
It
league.
don't matter. He averaging 28 and 7.
Alright, man.
I cannot take a man who
Get
give
the fuck out of
I
here.
cannot take a man who give
You
18.
like losing ass players,
I cannot
G.
take a man who give you.
Stop, G.
I cannot take a man who give you 18 and 6 and say he having a better season than
Alright,
you
G.
28 and 7. I
Alright,
can't do that. Like no. Granted,
Alright,
D Rose having a good season, yes, but for when he come out the bench, he's
Alright.
not the man on his team. Now, granted, he's the
not
primary
the man on his-
No. He's the primary ball
How he
handler.
not the man
Yes,
on the team?
he's a primary ball handler. Offensively, yeah, it runs through him.
bro.
What about
Alright,
defense?
Alright, G.
What about the defense?
What do you mean?
Drummond, who's been far and away the best defensive player on that team all season. You can't also
G,
ignore.
it ain't nobody else
Listen,
out there, bro.
listen, you can't
It ain't
also-
nobody else out there
Listen,
but Derrick Rose.
listen, you
fucking
also-
Ski McCoulier, whatever his name is.
It's having a decent season though. He's been better. Also, you can't ignore if the Pistons get one All-Star, it's going to be Andre Drummond. He's averaging 17, 15, 2, 2, and 1. That's going to be your All-Star. I think his defensive rating is like 101. His offensive rating, I think, is like 108 or 109 or something like that. It's going to be Andre Drummond if you get any. Actually, his offensive rating is 105. His defensive rating is 101. I think D Rose defensive rating is 114. If you get an All-Star, it's going to be Andre Drummond if he's still there. D Rose having a great season, but one, you're not going to give the 9th seed 2 All-Stars. I think Bradley Beal deserves it.
He don't.
I think, look, Bradley Beal, who's 4th in the league of scoring, I think if I'm not mistaken, he deserves it. Trae Young, who's like right above him in scoring, he deserves it. Zach LaVine, Kyle Lowry, Kemba Walker, and Ben Simmons.
I
He's
think
having a great
Derrick
season.
Rose deserved to make it over Zach LaVine.
Now, no, he doesn't.
Zach LaVine team is way better than the Pistons does, and they're
I
terrible.
don't even know if I
The
agree
Bulls
with that.
The Bulls
I don't
have
even know if I agree.
way better
I
talent than
know
the Pistons have.
Andre Drummond is miles above anybody who's on that team.
I disagree with that. The Bulls have more collective talent
I
than they.
disagree with that.
What?
I don't think the Bulls that
Thad
good.
Young, Satoransky, them dudes better than any body other than Drummond and fucking Derrick Rose on the
I
goddamn
disagree with that.
Pistons.
Bruce Brown's decent.
The
Bruce
fuck
Brown's
outta here.
decent. Luke
Bruce
Kennard-
Brown?
Bruce Brown's decent.
You might as well be fucking talking about Bruce.
Bruce Brown's a good. That's funny as hell.
Fuck
Bruce
outta
Brown-
here.
Bruce Brown's a good.
Fuck
defensive
outta
player.
here.
Tony Snell was solid. Luke Kennard is solid.
Gee,
Marquise
get
Boyd is
Tony
solid.
Snell
Langston
the
Galloway
fuck
is
outta
solid.
here.
I disagree with that. I strongly disagree with that. The Bulls do not have that.
Fuck
good of a
outta here.
roster.
You might as
The
well
Bulls
talk
do
about
not
fucking
have-
Bruce.
The Bulls do not have that.
Beating
good of a
head
roster.
ass outta
Bulls
here.
do not- The Bulls do not have that good of a roster. I guarantee you, talent is literally about the same.
I swear to
The
God, bro,
talent's
you
about
doing
the
that
same.
bullshit.
The Bulls
G.
not that good
You
to
doing
me.
that bullshit.
The Bulls not that good to me.
And neither is fucking Zach LaVine. He ain't. He is not.
Yes, he is. G.
He is
Zach
not.
LaVine deserves to be an All-Star. For one, the Bulls.
No, he don't deserve to be an
The
All-Star.
Bulls and Pistons got the same damn record, and Zach LaVine is having a better individual season, and they got the same damn record. Literally same record, same amount of wins, 16.
Yeah, and the Bulls star player isn't hurt.
They got Drummond out there.
G. Drummond only plays one
I
side of the
disagree
ball.
with that.
Why? This is
He
my
averaging
point.
with 5 offensive rebounds. That's
He's
offense.
having a career year because Derrick
You
Rose
had
is feeding
17
him the
points
ball.
last year.
And
so who did it last year?
And like I'm saying, he having a career year because Derrick Rose
He averaged 17.3
what was
last
his
year.
percentages last year? How was he playing last year? I watched him night in and night out. He plays way better with Derrick Rose on the floor than he did with nut ass
The
Reggie Jackson out
percentages-
there.
His percentages last year were he gave you 17.3 on 53% shooting
What's he
on
shooting
13
this
shots. 52% give you 17.3.
How many shots?
Same amount. 13.3, 13.4.
Okay, I'm not mad at that. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I still don't think he's the All-Star this year. It's still Derrick Rose to me. I'm sorry. Shout
out D-Rose.
I've literally
Look.
watched 30-some Pistons games this year.
I feel you.
And the best player on that floor night in, night out is
Offensively.
Derrick. No.
Offensively.
Stop saying
What
that.
about defense?
You're not seeing anybody cook that man night in and night out.
Gee, he has a one because he's not guarding nobody. They hiding him. He got a 114 defensive rating.
He's coming on. He's playing with the bench, bro.
He's playing starter minutes.
And like I said, usually when he come in, he playing with the bench. Fucking Thon Maker is on the floor.
Okay.
Bruce Brown is on the floor.
Okay.
Ski McCooley, whatever the hell you say his name is on the floor. Who the hell playing defense?
So hold on.
Who the hell playing defense, G?
He don't never play with the starters. And Bruce Brown's a good defensive
At
player.
the end of the games, he do.
Hold on, wait. Bruce
At
Brown,
the end of the games, he do for like 6-7 minutes.
Wait. Excuse me. Bruce Brown's a good defensive player.
All right.
Snell can play defense. Now Thon can't. Christian Wood solid defensively. They ain't that terrible defensively. They ain't good, but they ain't that damn terrible. They ain't the Hawks defensively.
All right. I can't agree with you on that one.
Now, granted, I rock with D-Rose. He's having a great season. I think that if he was on a better team, like let's say if he did it on the Lakers, he got a case. On the Pistons, no. You're not giving the Pistons 2 All-Stars. And Drummond has to be an All-Star. You can't even make a case for 4 big men over Drummond and you not giving the Pistons 2 All-Stars for 16 wins. It just don't work like that.
It does. It does. We've seen it happen many a time.
When?
It works
When
like,
have you ever seen
whenever
a
the
team-
NBA wants
Tell
somebody
me a
in a
team-
goddamn All-Star
tell me a
game,
team with
they put
60
him in there.
tell me a team
they
with-
put goddamn Dwayne Wade and Dirk Nowitzki old ass in there last year.
Tell
you
me
can
a
figure
team-
out a way to make it happen.
Tell me a team.
I don't want to hear that
Tell
shit.
me a team with 16 wins that's had 2 All-Stars. Ever.
Was the NBA this bad back then? I'm sure I can
What
go to
the
the
fuck
year
up?
when the Bulls made the fucking playoffs with 33 wins and couldn't find a team.
I bet they didn't have 2 All-Stars.
And because Michael Jordan broke his fucking foot.
I bet. Wait,
Because Michael Jordan broke his fucking foot.
guarantee you-
And then when he came back, he's playing.
I
He's playing
guarantee
with
you.
goddamn George
I
Gervin.
guarantee you, those teams that weren't in the playoffs did not have 2 All-Stars.
Like I said, Derrick Rose is an all-star. Or more than Trae Young, bum ass, and
No.
more than Bradley Beal.
No, you can't do that.
Yes. Tell them to get their W's up.
You can't.
Tell them to get their W's up.
up.
Well, tell
They
Trae Young to get his
don't
W's
either.
up. Trae Young won 10 games yet?
So what?
No, exactly. Now,
He
so what?
averaging 28
It don't
and 8.
matter.
28 and 8.
It don't
You
matter.
can't deny 28 and 8.
D-Rose,
You
all-star.
can't deny 27.
Never lost. Shout out to the big baller.
You can't deny 25, which is what Zach is averaging. Stop that. Look, I rock with D-Rose. He's having a great season. I'm proud of him. I'm happy for him. But I cannot give that man an all-star appearance over guys who are having better individual seasons.
Zach LaVine ain't better. What's his defensive rating? I would love to see that one. Shit, probably 128.
Probably
129.9.
Probably got it. It's actually 108.
Really? I'm actually surprised by that.
108.
Zach LaVine, I'm gonna hit you with one up because I'm actually surprised by
I mean,
that.
but again, the Bulls are a good defensive team, though, so it can't be like his
Yeah,
rate
and the
can't be
Pistons
that
ain't a
bad.
good defensive team because it ain't a goddamn body out there on the floor.
Okay.
Anyways, moving on. Let's go ahead. Top 10 players in the NBA. We both had our list that we put up on Twitter, and people were upset about it. I put the list on up so that way everybody can see it. People were upset at my list, but quite frankly, I don't really care if you guys are upset at my list. My list is not about who was the best players coming into the season, or who will be the best players going into next season, or who was the best player last season, or who's the best player in terms of legacy. My list was about who has been the best basketball players that I've seen on the basketball floor this year. Number 1, I had Giannis. Number 2, I had Luka. Number 3, I had Kawhi. Number 4, I had James Harden, but I'm changing that. I'm putting James Harden at 7, and I'm actually going to put Anthony Davis at 4. I'm going to put LeBron at 5, and I'm going to put Jimmy at number 6. I'm going to put James Harden at 7. I'm going to keep Ben Simmons at 8. Donovan Mitchell, number 9, and I'm going to put Russell Westbrook as number 10. Russ has been that good to me. Donovan Mitchell has been that good to me this year. And I never thought he could hit that level, but he's been that good to me. Donovan Mitchell's been a top 10 player in the NBA this year.
Sure, but
he's been a top 10 player in there. Yeah, so what? But you keep telling me that the reason why they so good defensively is because they play with Rudy. Well, how you going to even be able to notice what Donovan can do because Rudy back there, because you got a defensive player of the year on your team. Donovan ain't getting cooked night in and night out. I don't see nobody lighting Donovan up for 40, 50.
But Donovan not taking the main offensive assignment. That's Royce O'Neal doing that.
And you already
Donovan
you know how I feel about Royce O'Neal.
He's a good defender.
Hey, that don't mean you're not a top 10 defender. Steph Curry been hiding out his whole career. That don't mean you're not a top 10 player. Steph Curry been hiding out his whole goddamn career in a goddamn bucket. But that don't mean that he ain't been a top 10 player or was the best player when he won goddamn unanimous MVP.
Yes.
Stop it.
Yes, but also
Stop it.
Yes, but also he did lead the league in steals that year, so he was still like.
I don't. You get infatuated by people leading the league in steals. I don't give a flying fuck.
I'm just saying. So no, Donovan Mitchell was not on my list. I do think Donovan is having an incredible season, but Gobert is actually on my list. Actually, my top 10 player list.
Gobert top 10?
Yes. I have not seen 10 people playing basketball better than Gobert. Averaging 15 and 13 and playing a defense that
Drummond got better numbers than he had.
Numbers, yes, but Drummond has not had the impact defensively that
How
Gobert
do you know that?
Because I'm watching the game.
I just told you, I'm watching the game. Ain't nobody out there. Ain't no damn body out there.
No.
Ain't nobody out there for the Pistons.
Drummond is not having the impact defensively that Gobert is having. No.
I think Gobert has a better all-around defensive team than Drummond has, and that's the only reason why you say
And Drummond's offensive rating, Gobert's offensive rating is 129, which is wow. Now, I think that's a little bit inflated.
His offensive rating is
129
by the other players on the team.
I'm just saying.
Get out of
He
here.
catch lobs.
How many points did that 129? He's scoring 12?
Nah,
Stop
he's scoring
Stop
15.
Ooh.
15 points.
Ooh.
15 points.
Ooh.
15, look, 15 points, but he's shooting 67% from the field.
On dunks.
He got to make them. Clint Capella ain't doing that.
Man,
Drummond ain't doing that. And you said all that's all pick and roll.
And you the one told me that Clint Capella was gonna be an All-Star this year, which he ain't.
I mean, Clint Capella was playing damn good basketball in his last 4 games. Clint Capella was playing some damn good basketball.
Keyword past tense was.
And also, hold on, I said borderline All-Star. Clint Capella's giving me 14 and 14, which is a borderline All-Star. I said he would be a borderline All-Star if the Rockets are top 3 seed. That's what I said. If the Rockets were a top 3 seed or top 2 seed,
be All-Star this year.
I said
now
borderline
All-Star.
But also, hold on, but also
go
look.
back. Somebody go back. Rewind the tape.
Find it. But also,
rewind the tape.
Find it. Look, but also I thought the Rockets would win the West. If the Rockets had the number 1 seed with Clint Capella give you 14, and basically 2 blocks a game, he'd be an All-Star. Those are All-Star numbers. But my top 10 players are Giannis number 1, Kawhi number 2, LeBron number 3, James Harden number 4, AD number 5, Luka number 6, Jokic 7, Embiid 8. I don't really think he's the 8th best player in the league, but I had to put one of the Sixers on there. They have the same offensive rating. I think Joel Embiid's defensive rating is a little bit higher. Also, even though Embiid did not take the step that we wanted him to take, he's still giving you 23 and 13. I have Dame number 9. I think Dame is having his best individual season. He's not a
top 10 player this year.
No.
That's false.
No.
That's false.
No, Dame is having his best season as a pro.
No, he's not.
The issue is that the Blazers are just riddled with injuries.
No, it's
but Dame is having his best season as a pro.
His defense ain't even been as good.
Well, exactly.
Now you finna blame the team though, but
I'm not actually. Well, let's actually look. I don't know. I haven't even looked at the defensive rating. It might be. It might not be. Yeah. He's 3 points higher than it was last year. Yeah, 3 points higher. 3 points higher. But I still think Dame is having his best individual season, especially offensively. I mean, he's up 2 points, basically up 1 assist from last year. So again, I think he's having his best offensive season.
That's part of watching basketball. I watched him, and he doesn't look nowhere near as good as he looked.
I disagree with it.
He looks like he's taking a lot more shots
because he has to.
Yeah, but that don't mean you're better.
And actually,
that doesn't mean you're better.
He's taking he's taking the same amount of shots.
Like I said, it looks like he's taking more shots.
It looks like he's taking more shots because they're losing games.
Because he's not playing better.
No,
he's not playing better. If he was better than he was last year, they wouldn't be losing games.
That's not true. That's not true.
Yes.
That's not true. You had for one more scorers with you last year because you had Hood there, you had Nurkic there. Like Whiteside can't score. Nurkic can actually put you in a post and score. Hood was also there last year. You also had Seth Curry there last year, who was a shooter. So you had a better team around him last year than what you have this year, especially defensively. And rounding it out, I got Gobert at number 10. Man, like look, I just the more Jazz games I watch, bro, Gobert just changed things.
He's a top 10 player
This year, yes. The more Jazz games I watch.
He's not the best player on this team.
I disagree with that. I think he is. I think you love offense, so you think it's Donovan. And I think it's Gobert. I do. When even the game against the Pelicans, when Gobert went out, shit just changed. When Gobert is in the game, the paint is eliminated. People do not do the same things when Gobert is on the court. Period. Even offensively. Now, granted, I hate to bring up the screen assist stat, but screen assist for Gobert, he's a great screener, great roller, great hands.
I'm literally putting my hands in my ear. You talk about screen assist.
I'm just saying. I hate to bring up the stats, but I'm just saying.
Get the fuck out of here.
Gobert. I gotta put Gobert in my team.
Fucking screen assist on Hoops and Brews. What the fuck?
I think that
we have hit a new low in Hoops and Brews. We talk about screen assists, G. We have hit a new low. Pray for us.
I think that Gobert has been the best player on his team all year long. I do. Shit just does not happen the same when Gobert is on that basketball court. So Gobert rounds out my number 10. And I think so far as it stands, he's the defensive player of the year again. For the however many time in a row.
That list was fucking trash.
It wasn't trash.
That list was trash. Your list was trash. You had Joel Embiid in there.
Yeah.
And it was trash.
I mean, he still give you
trash.
23,
He been
13.
underperforming like a motherfucker this year. He ain't nowhere near as good as he was last
Yeah,
year.
but that don't mean he's not still top 10.
He's not.
That just mean he wasn't good as
Ben
last year.
Simmons been better than he was last year. You got him above Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons, night in, night out, is going to guard the other teams.
He's been better
best player on offense.
He's been
leading
better
the league in
since Embiid's been
steals.
out. He's been better.
He's
since
been good
Embiid's
all
been out.
year.
He's been good all year, but
Come on,
he's
man.
been better than he was last year since
outta here, bro.
Embiid has been out.
Get outta here.
Also, you got more people to take
Fuck outta
Embiid
here.
shots this year.
Get out of here. Get out of here. Anyways, let's move on. Top 20 point guards of all time. We ain't done this in a long time.
Man, I ain't even tried to formulate any type of list.
I have, but I'll let you catch up with your list. But how you want to do it? You want to do 20 through 11, or you want to start with top
I'm
10?
trying to find my old PG's list.
I don't know if you had that one. I'm gonna keep it honest with you. I'm trying to see. Did I leave any point guards off of here? I can't really remember. But anyways, I'm gonna do mine. I guess I'll go with 10 through 20. This is mad interesting because the 90s is the only. I'm up to 19. I don't have 20. You know what? I'm gonna put him here, but I'm gonna put him here because he's also on my shooting guards list. So this is why I'm gonna put him in at my point guards list, because he's also on my shooting guards list, and I feel like he was honestly the truest version of a hybrid of that system. My number 20 point guard of all time, I'm gonna go with Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson to me is a top 5, top 10 shooting guard, but I felt like he really played a little bit of both of those positions, so I can't give him that leg up on the point guard side, but he did play a lot of point guard, and I don't want anybody to tell me Eric Snow was a point guard. He was out there to play defense and pass Allen Iverson the ball, let Allen Iverson run the team, and when they had one coming off screens, he was getting other people's shots and getting people over. So I'm gonna say AI number 20. Number 19 on my list, I'm gonna actually go with Walt Clyde Frazier. I just think that Walt is one of those guys where he belongs in that conversation, but I'm never going to have him up there where I got all of the big dogs. So Walt Clyde Frazier is not on my list. Number 18, I'm actually going to go with Tiny Nate Archibald. And number 18, I'm sure some people will say that's disrespectful, but I haven't had enough opportunity to be able to watch Tiny Nate, as well as just being able to go ahead and be able to judge him with these guys that I think are playing in a point guard dominant era. Number 17, I'm gonna go with Rajon Rondo. Number 16, I'm gonna go with Kyle Lowry.
My goodness.
Yeah, what you mean? What? Ever. Number 16, yeah.
Okay.
What's wrong with that? He's not a top 20 point guard of all time?
I don't know about that, bro.
What are you talking about? He's got like 8 All-Star appearances. He's averaged 20 multiple years. He's averaged 10 plus assists multiple years. He's been one of the best defensive point guards in the NBA the entire time he's been in it. How the fuck does that make sense?
I don't know about that, bro.
What?
I don't know about that, dog.
You wild as hell.
I don't know about that,
You
dog.
wild as hell. He done arguably had a better career than Dame Lillard. Exactly. And Dame is top 20 all time.
Yeah, hold on, wait.
Stop it. And he got a ring.
Dame's career
and you said he should have won Finals MVP. Stop it.
But Dame's career is
Stop
over
it.
yet. But Dame's career is over
His
yet.
career over? He might be an All-Star this year. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, but he close to the end of Dame is. And I think Dame's highs are higher than what Lowry's has been.
I firmly
as an individual player.
firmly
As an
disagree
individual
with that.
player.
I firmly
As an individual player.
I vehemently disagree with that.
As an individual player.
Dame Lillard is nowhere near that far ahead of Kyle Lowry, and if he is, like I have on my list, Dame Lillard is I have Chris Paul number 15.
That's way too
Dame Lillard is number 14. And that's how that is to me. Dame Lillard 14, Chris Paul 15, Kyle Lowry 16, Rondo 17, Archibald 18, Walt Frazier 19, AI 20. That's where they land at for me. Period. Kyle Lowry is not some scrub. And he's played in the era where he's constantly had to defend the other team's best point guards. Even in the East has always had great point guards since he's been playing. They have not been a league with bad point guard play or subpar point guard play. He's habitually come out night in and night out for the past 10 years, even though like we love to make jokes about him, call him fat back and all that stuff and talk about him being overweight or making jokes of him. Kyle Lowry been hooping. What is he, 8-time All-Star? If he get it elected this year to be 8-time All-Star, like Kyle Lowry is a top 20. let me see. Kyle Lowry. I think it's 8. It's either 7. And I think he's going to be an all-star this year, to be quite honest. Kyle Lowry is a 5-time all-star, 1-time all-NBA, and he's a champion. But no, I'm gonna take Kyrie. I'm sorry, I'm gonna take Kyle Lowry there. I'm gonna take Bob Cousy, number 13. I'm gonna take Kyrie Irving, number 12. Although Kyrie, and I said Kyrie was top 25 a few episodes ago, but Kyrie's slowly dropping down on my rankings because I'm starting to see him more personally, and he looks like he's starting to personally implode. And I don't know how much longer he's gonna play basketball, just like you tweeted. So I don't even know if he's gonna be a top 50 player by the time he finishes, because I don't think he's gonna play that long. He seemed, which is the ironic part, that him and KD are both mad sensitive about the media, but they both go to the same team, so they're just gonna be like mad sensitive the whole time. Weird, but whatever. Number 11, I'm actually put Gary Payton as my number 11 point guard, and now I'll let you go and you can give me your 20 through 11.
Go. Like, I'm still doing my list. Keep going.
I'm not gonna keep going through my top 10. I'm gonna let you get your 20 through whatever, your 10 off, and then I'll unveil my top 10. Which my top 10, it'll surprise some of y'all, but not really. I mean, if you watch the show and you see me do my top 5, top 10, top 20 list for point guards, you know who I'm already say at the top. It's a few small minor additions and subtractions, but to be honest, I'm kind of keeping it the way I'm gonna keep it. We waiting on this guy. He thinking hard. He gonna name somebody mad random. Fat Lever, number 20. Guarantee he gonna have Fat Lever on this list. Fat Lever, number 18 all time. But he gonna have Kyle Lowry as like the number 30th point guard of all time. Shout out to KG for being an ambassador to the game, by the way. It's coverage on in the background. But are you ready to give any type of list, bruh?
No, I'm doing...
You used to be way faster with this shit. Say some shit, man. Come on, man.
No, I'm doing
Come on, man.
I'm doing from 1 to 20.
Come on, man.
But I'm on like number fucking
3.
15. Nah, I'm on number 15. It's just so
fine.
hard,
it's
bro.
Fine. I keep going my list since he taking.
It's hard. Nah, like
number 10.
Wait, real quick. These last 5 spots are hard, bro. Like, it's hard. These last 5 spots are very, very hard. And I'm also trying to think about what I said the first time I did this. But these last 5 spots are hard as hell, bro. Keep going.
Anyways, number 10, Tony Parker. Yes, number 10, Tony Parker.
Doing this shit, G.
Number 10, Tony Parker, number 10 point guard of all time. Number 9, I got Derrick Rose as my number 9 point guard of all time. None of these other point guards have ever won an MVP that young, period, point blank, in the story. Not honoring that. I got Isaiah Thomas as I got Jason Kidd, number 8. I got Isaiah Thomas, number 7. I got Russell Westbrook, number 6. I got my guy Steve Nash, number 5. I got John Stockton, number 4. I got Oscar Robertson, number 3, and then I have Steph Curry, number 2, with obviously the great Magic Johnson being my number 1 point guard of all time. Steph Curry still has about 2 more rings to get before I can put him on the level with Magic. Oh, I definitely spelled Tiny Nate's name wrong, hopefully. But yeah, man, these are my top 10 point guards, so you can see them all right there. But I mean, I think a lot of people disrespect Tony Parker. Tony Parker won the Finals MVP. He sent LeBron James to hell that year in which he won Finals MVP. When they won it, Tony Parker is a consistent playoff performer. He always shows up. You never have to worry about him. Tony Parker is infinitely way more clutch than James Harden will ever be. Infinitely way more clutch than Chris Paul will ever be. Infinitely way more clutch than even Russell Westbrook will ever be. Even though I think Russell Westbrook has more skills and more numbers. That's why I put Russ up that high. Somebody said TPJ is definitely Skip Bayless of the show. No, it's not. How am I smoking? How am I Skip Bayless of the show? Because I got my own opinions. Kiss my ass. And I meant that exactly how I said it. Take that. Like that. Love that. Kiss my ass. I'm me. And you heard what I said. Derrick Rose, we in here. Get that bum ass Chris Paul out of here. When Chris Paul win a ring, then he'll be in my top 5. Until then, he ain't top 5. He ain't top 10.
This new development changed my list a lot.
Oh my God, this man is taking all day long. We'll give y'all Pavy's list on the next episode of HoopsNBrews. Be sure to tune in. Because he gonna need another 12 days to do this. When we used to do this in 5 minutes.
Nah, bro, cause I'm just thinking so hard, G. Like, I value what I'm saying, bro. I value what I'm about to say. and I'm doing it on the fly. I really just value what I'm about to say, and like I gotta judge it, like a certain way. Oh, okay, yeah, I got it.
I'm about to go full Zion in this bitch.
All right, I'm basically done. All right. No, I can't do that. That ain't right. All right, let's go. Put this last one down.
You finished?
Man, you know what? Come on, G, let's get it. Fuck you talking about? Let's go. Number 20, I got Kemba Wallker. Number 20, I got Kemba Wallker. Now look, this year I think that he'll be an All-Star again this year. Obviously, he's what 4-time All-Star. 4-time All-Star. He's basically was the only thing that was in Charlotte. For his career, he's at 20 points per game, 20 and 5. I think that'll continue to rise as well. I think that what he'll do in Boston will really help him out a lot. I think he's on path to have a Hall of Fame career. So number 20 right now, I'm gonna put my man's Kemba Wallker at number 20. Number 19, I'm gonna put my guy Tim Hardaway. Tim Hardaway, was giving you 20 and 10 in the early 90s. Also had some very successful years with the Miami Heat after he had toured, which I think was his ACL. So number 19, I'm gonna go with Tim Hardaway. Number 18, I'm gonna go with Rajon Rondo. Won a ring with the Celtics. There was a point in time.
Or are you serious?
No, I'm dead serious. Kemba Wallker, number 20. Rajon Rondo for number 18. There was a point in time in which he was arguably, the best. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna take.
Kemba Walker, a top 20 point guard of all time.
I think
to
so.
ever pick up a basketball.
Yes. And if he's not, he will be. But you know what? For right now, I'm gonna say Kemba Walker / D Rose at number 20. Kemba / D Rose. So number 18.
He ain't even on the same goddamn level as Derrick Rose.
Right now?
Ever. What the fuck is wrong?
Right
with
now?
You? Ever, motherfucker.
So Kemba ain't good as D Rose right now?
Ever.
Kemba ain't good as D Rose right now?
Ever. Did you hear what I said? Ever. 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 Ever, motherfucker. He ain't never as good as Derrick Rose was his fucking rookie year.
His rookie year? Okay, you wildin'.
I'm sorry. That's rookie year.
That's fair.
So what the fuck are you talking about?
Longevity
in my ass.
Longevity. And Kemba's still going. And Kemba on his.
Derrick Rose ain't still going.
I hear you, but Kemba on his fifth. Listen, Kemba gonna be on his 5th All-Star appearance. He in Boston. You never know what he gonna do with. Huh?
He ever won MVP?
No, he hasn't.
He ever led his team to a conference finals?
About to do it this year. We gonna see.
No, I said
we gonna
he
see.
ever led his team to a conference finals?
We gonna see. Again, it might be premature, but it might be premature. But I'm gonna put
bullshit.
It might be premature.
Y'all motherfuckers want to call me Skip Bayless.
It might be premature.
But you sitting there in your
It might
motherfucking
be
house right now
premature.
want to call me Skip Bayless.
It might be
Fuck you. Do you hear this shit?
It might be premature.
Fuck you.
It
Do
might
you
be-
hear this shit? Call him fucking Skip Bayless.
It might be
or Jason Whitlock, whatever the fuck you want to call him.
might be.
Fuck out of here with that bullshit.
It might be premature, but I trust in what Kemba is gonna do with, as a Celtics, and I appreciate what Kemba has done so far as a Charlotte Hornet, and I think he's severely. And hold on, I think that he's severely underrated as well. And I think that if he would have played somewhere else all these years, people would think much more of Kemba Walker than what they think of him. Okay, back to it. 18, Rajon Rondo. Number 17, I have Kevin Johnson. I think that Kevin Johnson is another guy who gets grossly overlooked. Maybe it's because he played in Phoenix. Maybe it's because the Suns outside of that year with Barkley didn't do too much, but he was giving you double-digit points and assists for at least 2-3 years in a row. So I'm gonna go with Kevin Johnson. Number 16, I'm gonna go with Dame Lillard. Led the Blazers to what I think maybe about 3 50-win seasons at this point. Obviously, this year isn't going as planned. Made the conference finals last year. I'm going to go with Dame Lillard at 16. Plus, I trust in what Dame's going to do the rest of his career. Kyrie, I'm going to go with Kyrie 15. This may fall or drop depending upon what he does as a Brooklyn Net. But I'm going to go with him right now at my number 15 spot. Number 14, I'm going to go with Walt Clyde Frazier. I think that as much, credit as Willis Reed gets for those Knicks championships, I think that Walt Frazier needs to get just as much, if not more credit. Even in what the closeout, I think it was Game 7, he was the one who actually had the best game. I think he might actually be the Finals MVP, if I'm not mistaken. It might have been Willis Reed, but I'm pretty sure in the game 7, Clyde was the one who came out there. I think he had like 60 or something like that. And I don't think Clyde Drexler gets the love that he deserves to get, because he was overshadowed by guys like Earl the Pearl, Willis Reed, Dave DeBusschere, things like that. Guys that were on this team. Number 13, I'm gonna go with Nathaniel Archibald. Isaiah Thomas credits him with being the first guy that let him know that as a small guard he could actually go score as well and not just pass the ball. Also, he tore his Achilles, and I think like the 70s, came back with the Celtics, made All-Star teams, had quality years, wasn't quite what he was in Cincinnati. From Cincinnati, I think. I don't think they went to Sacramento yet. I'm not sure yet. Either Cincinnati, I think. But regardless, he was giving you 30 and 10 some years. Like I said, Isaiah Thomas credits him with being the guy who let him know as a small guard you can also go out there and get buckets and not just pass the ball around. Number 12, I'm gonna go with Bob Cousy. I gotta respect what the man did. For his time, shit, he was a Steph Curry, the whatever the hell you want to call it, of his time. So I gotta go with Bob Cousy at number 12. Number 11, I gotta go with Gary Payton. One of the few guards to win Defensive Player of the Year. I think might be the only point guard to ever win Defensive Player of the Year. Led the Sonics to the finals, and they actually won 2 games when they decided to put him on Michael Jordan instead of who was on Michael Jordan. So number 11, I gotta go with Gary Payton. Number 10, I'm gonna go with Jerry West. Jerry West actually was a point guard for about half his career. He was shooting guard, point guard. So number 10, I gotta go with Jerry West. Number 9, I'm going with Steve Nash, 2-time MVP. Great with the Suns. Defensively wasn't really there, but offensively can't argue what he did. Number 8, I'm gonna go with Jason Kidd. I think that both sides of the ball, he was very elite. Led the Nets to 3 straight conference finals, if I'm not mistaken. Took on, damn near would have, maybe had a victory against the Spurs if he had a little bit more time around them. But I also think that team would be much better served today than it even was back then. So number 8, I'm gonna go with Jason Kidd. Number 7, I'm gonna go with Chris Paul. I think the best pure point guard of our time, at least. I think of our time, I think Chris Paul has to be that. So number 7, I'm going to go with Chris Paul. Number 6, I'm going to go with Russell Westbrook. You can't argue with a guy putting up 3 straight triple-doubles in back-to-back years. Well, in 3 straight years, one MVP. No matter what you think about him, I think Russell Westbrook has to be, at the very least, a top 10 point guard ever. Number 5, I'm going to go with John Stockton. I think he leads the NBA in assists. I also think that the Jazz would have had a ring if John Stockton would have decided to score the ball more and not been so much of a pure point guard.
So what about what actually happened?
What?
What about what actually happened?
5th best point guard ever. Okay. Look at what he did. Steals, he was top 5 in steals, top 5 in leads the NBA ever in assists. The Jazz were a consistent 50-win team, never missed the playoffs, made 2 finals. Yes, John Stockton, top 5 point guard. Period, ever. And also one of the best.
He was number 4 on my list, so you ain't got to say that.
And also, he's one of the best defensive guards of his time. Number 4, I'm going with Isaiah Thomas, Zeke. Arguably still the best point guard to ever come out of Chicago. You have D Rose, but arguably Isaiah Thomas still the best point guard to ever come out of Chicago.
I'm not expecting Isaiah Thomas no more because Doc Rivers might slap me when he sees
exactly. So Isaiah Thomas,
the best point guard he ever played with, and he looked at me like I had 8 heads.
So
the best player in Chicago he played with, he looked at me like I had 8 heads.
So Isaiah Thomas. Number 3, I'm gonna go with Oscar Robertson. Kind of like the prototype for Russell Westbrook, LeBron James, all those type of bigger guards, average a triple-double, I don't know how many years in a row. And didn't nobody do it for 40 years until he did it. Number 2, I'm going to go with Steph Curry. I think that, you can't discount his impact on the game and what he's done for the game of basketball, at least in our era. You ask somebody who's older, they might tell you he ranks somewhere else. At least from what I'm seeing, I'm going to put the man second. Do I necessarily think he's the most talented one of all time? No, but you can't argue with his stats. You can't argue with his accomplishments, and you can't argue with his effect on the game of basketball. So I'm going to put him at number 2. And number 1, obviously, Magic Johnson.
So who at number 2?
Steph.
Okay. And
then number 1, Magic Johnson, obviously, there's no need to even go into it. Magic is Magic. So that's my list.
Terrible, but
that was your terrible?
List. This is a trash-ass list.
How's it trash?
Because you fucking put Kemba Wallker ahead of Derrick Rose.
Yeah.
Go to hell.
Longevity.
Go to hell. Longevity, my ass.
Kemba, look.
Kemba ain't never won a goddamn MVP, therefore he will never be better than Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose peak was better than Kemba Walker peak. Stop it. Wow. And they both still playing. And they both still accumulating stats. Get out of here. Get out of here.
We gotta let it. I don't think Kemba hit his peak yet.
Whatever. That's some bullshit.
I don't think Kemba hit his peak yet.
Guess what?
Let it keep going.
And guess what? At his peak, he ain't gonna win a fucking MVP. You're disrespectful as fuck to Derrick Rose.
Okay.
So goddamn disrespectful, G. What the fuck? That shit don't make no goddamn sense.
What?
It don't make no sense.
Longevity, bro.
But like I said, you motherfuckers want to call me fucking Skip Bayless. What the fuck y'all call him? Exactly.
A smart human being.
And they get your shoe ass out of here. Shoe ass out of here. And I ain't calling you dumb, but get your shoe ass out of here.
Trust in what Kemba Walker's gonna do.
Get your shoe ass out of here.
Trust in what Kemba Walker gonna do.
Fuck out of here.
Especially playing in Boston. I trust in what Kemba Walker gonna do. So
get out of here.
Again, my 20 is my 20 is Kemba / D Rose. Kemba / D Rose is my 20. It's my 20.
Whatever. Anyways, moving on. Let's go ahead. Zion debuts this week. He, will play reportedly against the Spurs. He was updated to doubtful versus the Grizzlies, so he's officially, back in the mix. He debuts. Obviously, I've been arguing with people about Brandon Ingram for the past couple weeks on Twitter. I still don't think Ingram is going to be the number one option on offense when Zion comes back. What are your thoughts on the Pelicans and how they run their offense?
When you need a bucket, you're gonna go to Brandon Ingram. And why I think I need to discuss this. If you need a bucket, you're gonna go to Brandon Ingram because right now he's the best scorer that you have on the basketball team.
Is he? Or is the guy that shot 70% from the field, giving you 21 a game?
He can't score. He can dunk and get to the rim. That's not scoring. That's like laying the ball up and slashing. If you need a bucket, you're gonna go to Brandon Ingram.
Okay.
So I think Brandon Ingram is the number one option, but I think that Zion will be in theory, Zion will be the best player, but I think that Brandon Ingram will be the number one offensive option for the Pelicans, and that's how it would go for the future.
How is Zion the best player, but not the number one option on offense?
For instance,
when he's not a defensive player.
For instance, no, but what you mean Zion isn't a defensive player?
Not yet.
He should be.
Not yet.
Why shouldn't he be?
Because that's not what he's coming in.
Why can't he come out here and give you a steal and a block? I
didn't say he couldn't.
So that's not a defensive player?
He's not coming into the league as a defensive player.
But he's still
coming in the league
defender.
as an offensive dynamo who can dunk on any fucking body.
He's coming into the league as one of the most athletic people ever and should be able to play both sides of the ball very well. In college, he wasn't a great defensive player.
You have to learn how to defend in the NBA.
In college, he wasn't great.
You have to learn how to defend in the NBA.
Look, on ball.
You have to learn how to defend in the NBA.
On ball, yes, but help defense ain't something. He shouldn't be a great help defender from day one.
I don't know.
He should be.
What schemes are they running? What are they running on defense? I don't know that.
Help G.
I'm not coming in and just saying he's going to instantly be a great defender on a team that's been historically bad on defense the entire goddamn season.
Now look. Obviously,
I think he's going to come in and help them improve it. But I'm not expecting a motherfucker to come in and be Ben Wallace.
I didn't say he was.
He ain't that. He's not going to be.
Did I say he was going to be Ben Wallace?
It's going to take him 2-3 years before he even get close to being the defensive guy that everybody thinks he's going to be. I didn't say you said he had to be defensive Wallace. I said I'm not expecting him to come in.
I said I am expecting him to be a good help defensive player from day one.
So like I just said, how are you the best player on the team?
Chris Paul, best player on the Clippers.
He's not the best player on the Clippers.
Listen,
he was never the best player on the Clippers.
Yes, he was.
Blake Griffin was. He held the fucking ball all game long. Blake Griffin was the best player on the fucking Clippers.
Chris Paul is the best player on the Clippers. The number one option was Blake Griffin.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was.
No, he was not.
Yes,
Blake Griffin was the best player and the number one option on the Clippers. Chris Paul was a goddamn point guard.
No, he wasn't. There's
the reason why your ass was always telling me Blake was hurt.
Chris Paul, yeah, because
Blake was the best player on the goddamn team.
No, because he's the number one option on the team.
All right, G.
He's the number one option. That does not mean you're the best player.
All right,
the number one option is not always the best player.
All right, G. All right.
The number one option is not always the best player.
All right.
I'm just saying.
All right.
For instance, early on with the Lakers, Magic Johnson, best player, Kareem, number one option though.
Kareem was better than Magic.
I don't know about that, G. I legit don't know about that, G. I don't know about that, G. I don't know about that, G. When he came into the league, yeah, I'm talking about as you get throughout the whole 80s, he wasn't. When he first came into the league, sure.
When he got fucking old?
After that?
When he got old?
After that?
When he got old?
And even first year.
When he got old?
Hold on, wait.
He was old as hell. He played him in 20 years.
Listen.
What?
Listen, and even first year, that's a huge argument. Did you not see what he did in the finals?
Because he got hurt? Because Kareem got hurt? Because Kareem got hurt?
Did you not see what Magic did?
Because Kareem got hurt?
But did you not see what
Magic did? If Kareem don't get hurt, he's not doing that shit.
Magic still wouldn't be hooping. He wouldn't still hoop.
Gee, if Kareem get hurt, Magic ain't starting at center and the fucking
he
legend.
Still wouldn't hoop. He still hoop.
Gee.
I think Magic Johnson was the best player on the Lakers when he got there.
Alright, bro.
When Kareem was there, they sometimes was missing the playoffs.
Alright, G.
I think Magic Johnson was the best player on the Lakers from the second he got there, in my humble opinion.
Alright, bro.
And he even had a ball like that all the time because Norm Nixon was running point guard, and he was still giving you 7 assists.
G, they got rid of Norm Nixon because they knew Magic Johnson was supposed to be the number one option on offense. Stop it, G. They got rid of Norm.
They got rid of Norm Nixon because obviously Magic Johnson is the best playmaker you ever seen in life, so get rid of him. The number one option.
Ain't that what the fuck I just said?
No. The best player is not always the number one option.
I said they realized Magic was the better player in the playmaker. What the fuck? Huh?
No. What I'm saying is
Norm Nixon wasn't gonna never fucking outlive Magic Johnson in Los Angeles.
And what you said was Magic was the number one option. No, Kareem was still the number one option. Magic was the best player.
Magic wasn't the best player.
Okay.
Magic wasn't the best player.
So in 83 he wasn't the best player?
Magic wasn't the best player. In 83, that's fucking 4 years after he got fucking drafted.
He was the best player from day one, but okay. He was the best player from day one.
Gee, that's 4 years after he got drafted versus when he fucking got drafted.
He was
4 years after when he got drafted. 4 years ago, now. Brandon Ingram wasn't that fucking good 4 years ago. He is good now. He's good now.
He was the best player on that team from day one. They was missing the playoffs when that man got there. When they get there, they in the finals. I'm just saying.
Cause Norm Nixon ain't fucking Magic Johnson, bro. That's why.
Magic Johnson.
Cause Norm Nixon ain't Magic Johnson.
The best player on the team. If Kareem was so fucking great, get him to the playoffs.
If LeBron was so fucking great, get the Lakers to the playoffs last year.
He got hurt.
Yeah, now we fucking talking about he got hurt. Kareem fucking got hurt, and that's why Magic wound up playing the role he played in the goddamn finals.
He got hurt.
Kareem wasn't fucking hurt. We wouldn't be having these goddamn same conversations we had about early Magic as we have now. Kareem got hurt. Open the door for Magic to be great. Magic was great.
I think Magic
but
was great
stop it, G.
Kareem
Kareem was the best player on that team until Magic came into his goddamn own in the middle of the fucking 80s.
Magic was on his
fuck out of here.
Came into his own from day one, but it's okay.
No, he did not. He was not better than Kareem the moment he entered into the league.
Disagree with
2-3 years into it, you got a point.
Disagree with that.
The moment he stepped into the league, stop it, G.
Disagree with that.
Stop it.
Disagree with that.
Kareem was still arguably the best player in the goddamn NBA at that point.
I think Magic was getting up there too.
Alright, bro. Alright, G.
I'm just saying, because they was missing the playoffs at first.
Alright, G.
Magic get there, you in the finals. I'm just saying.
Alright,
I'm just saying.
Alright.
I'm just saying.
Any final words for Hoops and Brews?
just saying.
Man? You fucking wild as hell. Zion is gonna be the number one on this goddamn or number one option on this team. You don't draft him overall at number one. You don't have a guy that had a PER in 40, a player efficiency rating. That means his offensively he was highly efficient. You don't have a guy that was shooting 70+% in a couple preseason games, giving you 21 and 22 minutes, and not feed him the goddamn ball. And then my point about Ingram was never me hating on him
at that point in time. By the way,
so what?
Hold on, wait, look. They go 42 and 35, losing the semifinals. Next year, Magic come. They go 62 and 22. And win the finals.
Gee, you add a whole ass Magic Johnson. What the fuck are you talking about?
And Magic was still. Hold on, wait.
He not Norm Nixon, G.
And Magic, listen. And Magic was giving you 18, 7, and 7. Kareem was giving you 24.
And how many rebounds again?
10. Against 18, 7, and 7?
Gee, I swear to God, bro. You just.
And 2?
You just like literally, bro. You just fucking know no ends. No goddamn.
I'm just saying.
How the
they
fuck
lose.
Does that make sense?
It makes a whole lot of sense.
How does that make sense?
It makes a whole lot of sense.
How does that make sense?
You add Magic Johnson, you win 60 games.
Magic Johnson is better than fucking Norm Nixon, G.
And look.
Magic Johnson is better than Norm Nixon.
He was the best player on the team.
Right.
And as a rookie,
right,
the man going out there giving you 18, 7, 7, and 2 as a rookie. As a rookie.
When Luka was doing that shit last year, you told me it was overrated. Get the fuck out of here. Luka was giving you 21, 5, and 5. You told me that shit was pedestrian.
I didn't say why not. Well, when did I ever say that?
That ain't better than Braun. Braun was fuck out of here.
But again.
Fuck out of here.
Whoa.
Fuck out of here. Was Magic his rookie year better than LeBron?
No.
Okay then. Stop it.
I think LeBron.
He wasn't fucking better than goddamn LeBron James.
God damn that shit.
That's what you get.
I think LeBron.
He wasn't better than Kareem. That's exactly what your ass get.
No. But look, I think LeBron was the best 18-year-old ever in the league ever.
Oh my God.
Ever.
Wow, bro.
Magic the best 20-year-old though.
No, he's not. Luka Doncic is. Luka Doncic is the best 20-year-old. Magic couldn't score like that. 17, 7, and 7 is not better than 29, 9 and fucking 9.
Magic Johnson and Shaq got the best 20-year-old.
No, Luka Doncic and Magic. No. Luka Doncic, Magic Johnson, and Shaq are the best 20-year-old ever.
Magic and Shaq are the best 20-year-old.
No, Luka Doncic, then Shaq, then Magic.
Magic, Shaq.
Neither of them two guys can score the way Luka can. Period. Wait, Magic or Shaq couldn't score as good as Luka can score.
See,
and Luka is rebounding damn near. 3-4 less than Shaq. When Shaq main job out there was to fucking get rebounds. 2-3 more assists than Magic. Stop, G.
No, like I hear you, but like now scoring, yes. When you compare like guard scoring and center scoring, two different things. I also think
the main mother. We literally got an episode called "Shaq Wanna Score." You the motherfucker that said that shit.
I said that 2 years ago. Looking back on it, no, Shaq scored much better than what I thought he scored, especially before he got big as hell. When he wasn't just overpowering everybody,
he was a bigger scorer when he got big as hell. He put up more numbers when he got big as hell.
Because he was overpowering people. I think that he was actually when he actually was skinny and had to be more skilled because he couldn't just like back everybody down, turn and dunk. Shaq had moves. He had a hook. He had things that he could do, and that's from watching the early Lakers before they started winning, before he blew up and got super big.
Hey, look, no, G. Kareem first, probably Magic's first 2-3 years in the NBA. Not better than Kareem.
I disagree with that.
Not better than Kareem. After his third year, if you want to say, even after his second year, I'm fine with you. But Kareem was still the force. He was still arguably the best player in the NBA at that point in time. We're not going to just sit up here and have revisionist history and act like it is.
G. Even in his second year, 21, 8, 3
And I just said, even if you want to make the argument in his second year, fine. But his rookie year, he was not better than Kareem. He was not better than fucking Kareem.
He was the best from day one.
He's not better than Kareem, G.
Look, G. He was, and if he wasn't, it's damn near even.
I don't agree with that.
Like this,
we can agree to disagree. I don't agree with that. I do not agree with that.
Like I don't think prime Kareem was on the Lakers by then, bro. He's 33 years old. That's not prime. He been in the league a whole damn decade.
He played almost a whole nother decade
I
after he got there.
understand that.
LeBron still in his prime?
No. This ain't prime LeBron. He good as fuck though.
Okay.
He cold as hell.
As long as you say that, all right.
He cold as hell.
All right. He wasn't in his prime last year?
End of it. No, because like look, even if you look at LeBron before he got hurt last, like he had a 50-point game last year before he got hurt against Miami. He was hooping last year. No, LeBron's 35 years old. He's not his. Even Michael Jordan last year, that wasn't his prime. Wasn't prime Michael Jordan.
Nobody said Michael Jordan is. He fucking retired for 2 years the second time and came back. Hell yeah, that wasn't prime Michael Jordan.
Look. Even when Jordan won 72 games, that wasn't prime Mike. He was good as fuck though. But he came back to the Pac song. But that wasn't this ain't prime Bron. He's still cold though. Top 5 in the league. This ain't prime Bron though.
So you saying Magic was the best player in the league his rookie year?
Debatable.
All right, man.
I mean, I would have to go back and look at what everybody was doing. It's debatable.
All right, bro. Magic was not better than Kareem for the first 2-3 years of his career. Anytime after that, you got that argument. First 2-3 years, I'm not giving you that one. I'm sorry, I'm not. Because even if Kareem wasn't there, who the fuck Magic gonna throw the ball to consistently every game to be able to rack up them goddamn assists? It's not happening.
He would have threw the ball to somebody. He would throw the ball to somebody.
Guess,
and I don't even
stop it, G. Stop it. Stop it. You got Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and whoever else you was gonna replace him with. Not even the same.
I don't even know if Kareem was the best player in the league. I don't know
who was the best player in the league that year.
I would probably say Moses Malone.
In 81?
Yeah, Moses Malone.
What was he averaging that year?
In that year, he was averaging 17 and 24.
Hell no, dude. No.
17 and 24 points?
Oh, I thought you meant 17 points and 24 or whatever. No. Okay.
No, 24 points, 17 rebounds. Moses Malone's best player in the league.
I'm not mad at that. Magic wasn't better than Kareem that year.
I disagree with that. I think he was. I think like just
not better than Kareem.
Wait, just hold on. Wait, real quick. Just like judging off like what I know about NBA lore. And I wasn't there every day, so I don't know. I think the 3 best players in the league back then would be Moses Malone. David Thompson but David Thompson got on drugs this year. Yeah, David Thompson was on the drugs in there, so I can't put David Thompson. Moses Malone, Bob McAdoo. Then I'm going Magic, G.
Alright, bro.
Or Dr. J.
Alright, G.
Or Dr. J. Dr. J.
I'm not putting Magic.
How old was Dr. J then?
I'm not putting Magic.
Dr. J.
I'm not putting Dr. J. Come on, in fucking 80, whatever that year was.
It was 80, 1980.
Come on, man.
He was 29 years old.
Man. Still not better than Kareem. I'm sorry.
Kareem was 32.
I'm sorry. I'm not putting any of these guys that you saying above Kareem. With the exception of Moses, because Moses used to go out there and score and rebound the ball like a motherfucker. I'm not putting Bob McAdoo. Bob McAdoo was never better than Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Period.
I'm putting Bob
Period.
McAdoo.
And I'm going to stick with that. Sue me. Magic Johnson was not better than Kareem his first 2 years. My point is, Zion Williamson is the best player on this team. He can come in immediately and become the number 1 option. And Brandon Ingram is not fucking Kareem Abdul-Jabbar right now. He's not. On no planet is he comparable to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar at this point in time in his career. Zion is going to come in. They both rookies. He going to take half of that man's shots. Ingram going to come back down to earth a little bit.
What's half of his shots? So how many think he going to take now?
If he taking 20 shots a game right now, I think he probably going to take around like 15 when Zion get back. 15, 16.
And he ain't going to give you 24 still?
No, he going to get around 21. I told you that before the season. That
he's taking 18.7 right now. So what you think he's going to take when he get back?
When Zion get back, he's going to be taking around like 15.5, 15.4.
He's going to take about 16 shots, and they're going to be more open now because, again, look, most of his shots, I guarantee what's going to happen is these percentages probably going to rise. He probably end up shooting 50% from the field and 40% from three.
He's already shooting 40% from the field.
I know, but he going to shoot 50% from the field probably because they're going to be more open now because Zion big ass going to be running to the rim.
And he's going to average 21 points.
He's going to average 24.
No, he's not.
I don't think his numbers are going to drop much.
I disagree with that. You have the prodigal son that you drafted that you trying to sell jerseys and make a playoff.
I understand that, but what
if they don't give Zion the ball for the rest of this year, they're stupid.
Listen,
and it has nothing to do with basketball. Give him the ball because you want to sell tickets.
Listen, they're gonna give Zion the ball. I don't think giving Zion the ball means that Brandon Ingram can't score.
Now, I never said that it doesn't. I just mean that he's not going to be doing it at the same level because he's not going to have the opportunity.
He is, bro. Like, now look, for somebody like fucking Drew Holiday taking 17 shots, that's not going to happen.
No, Ingram not going to be taking that many shots because Drew going to come back off an injury and still got to get his shots. That's what I'm saying.
They might trade Drew.
You don't know that.
They might. The way I'm looking, I might trade Drew. Or Drew shots going to drop. He going to be the one playing defense. Ingram's still going to be taking about 16.5 shots per game.
And that gives him 21 points a game.
He averaging 25 on 18. So if he takes 16, he going to average 21?
Yes, because the ball not going to be coming in the same spots. Y'all act like Zion Williamson is not about to drastically change the entire way the complexion of his team looks. He is going to change the entire way the team looks. They looked one way because he was not there. They're going to look another way because he is there.
His shots are going to be more open.
That's literally like LeBron hurt himself in preseason before he played. And then randomly Ricky Davis balling out or somebody on the team balling out and putting up 25 plus. And LeBron come back. You told me that Zion is the most hype athlete since LeBron James.
Brandon Ingram's better than Ricky Davis.
I don't give a flying fuck. You give LeBron James the ball.
Yes, but
and you tell everybody else to get the fuck out of the way and let the franchise hold the ball.
Here's why it's a little bit different because LeBron James literally came in playing point guard. Zion is coming in playing power forward. They're two different players, two different types of skill sets.
What that got to do with him getting the ball?
Somebody has to give Zion the ball.
And you think if Lonzo Ball's on the floor,
he gonna get the ball?
He's not gonna be feeding that ball to Zion.
He gonna get the ball, yes, but I don't think it's gonna take Brandon Ingram.
If Zion come in this year, average 12, Alvin Gentry need to be 5.
He's not gonna average 12 points. He's gonna average at least 18.
Then how is Ingram averaging 24 when he averaging 18?
Both of them can average. How are they averaging 19 right now?
Drew is still 15. Not back.
His shots gonna drop. He the one
and Ingram's are too
to like 16.
They both of their numbers will drop.
Finish the season.
How many points a game Drew averaging right now?
19.
Drew gonna finish the season averaging 17. Ingram gonna finish the season averaging 21, 22.
So which gonna drop 4 points?
Yes.
But Ingram gonna drop 2?
Yes.
No, Ingram finishing probably averaging about like 23.
No, he
not. He had 26, right? He had 25. He gonna average like 23. Holiday gonna average like 16.
I just said that.
No, you said 17. Actually, Holiday might average like 15.
He gonna average 17. Ingram gonna average 21.
Not 21. He gonna average like 20.
The kid was averaging 21, shooting 70 plus % from the field goal range when
he shoots 70%,
when he was playing he's not in 20 something minutes.
And that means he's not taking that many shots. If he shoots 71%, that means he's only taking like 13 shots.
He's not going to only be taking 13 shots. That's ridiculous for you to think Zion Williamson is going to take 13 shots when literally he is the most highly touted athlete in NBA history coming into the draft since LeBron James.
I'm not saying he's going to take 13 shots. I'm just saying, like, if you say he's going to shoot, come on here and shoot 60-some %, 70-some %, that means he's not going to need the ball that much. He's going to take like 15 shots. He's going
to wind up shooting like 58%. He probably going to wind up shooting 58, 55, 56%. He's
going to take like 15 shots.
He's going to take like 16 to 17.
How is he going to take 17 shots?
Because I need to give him the ball.
Then Holiday going to drop off.
No, Brandon Ingram is.
It's not going to drop off.
They both honestly play the same position.
No, they don't.
They do.
Ingram is a 3. Zion is a 4.
No, Zion is really a 3, but you got to put him at the 4 because he weighed 285 pounds. If he weighed 250 pounds, you wouldn't be putting him at the 4.
If he weighed 250, you put him at shooting guard, honestly.
What the fuck does Ingram
But-
play? 2-3 combo.
He's a 3.
That is what Zion
He's a
Williamson
3.
is if he's
He's a
skinny.
3.
Zion is a true 3, but they're gonna play him at 4 because he's fat as hell.
I also think that he's better served being down at the 4 as well, too. Less stress on his body.
Because he's fat as hell.
How you saying?
Because he's
less
fat
stress
as
on his
hell.
body.
But you still better get that man 17 to 18 shots a goddamn
He's
night.
gonna take about 14, 15.
Whatever.
And he gonna
you trying
give
to
you
sell
like
tickets, bro.
And yeah, he gonna get, but 8 of them gonna be dunks. You gonna sell all the tickets you want.
All right. Remember what I said. That's all I'm gonna say. Remember
And
what I
Brandon Ingram
said.
will probably end the year averaging like 23 points.
Remember what I said.
I would assume his
when he
shots
come
would be
back down
open.
when he come back down to earth, and as I said before,
Question.
it's not me hating. He's gonna come back down to earth.
How many assists do you think Zion will average?
This year?
Yeah.
Now that the team's had a full year to play without him, I don't think he's gonna average that many assists. Coming into the year, I thought he might be able to get up to 3. I think he's gonna probably be around 2.1, 2.2. Because I think Lonzo will have the ball in his hands the majority of the time. I think Josh Hart's minutes are going to shrink vastly. I think Jackson Hayes' minutes are going to shrink vastly. I think Melly's numbers are going to go down a little bit, but I think they're probably going to start trying to rotate Melly more in at the 5 with the bench so that way he can come in and get buckets. And I don't foresee him taking anything less than 16 to 18 shots a game this year.
I don't think
if you don't give him that many shots, you tweak it.
He gonna get it.
You don't you're 11 games out of the playoff spot this year. You have nothing left to play for other than getting your fans excited about seeing Zion Williamson next year.
11 games out of the playoff spot.
No, I'm sorry, they're 11 games behind 500.
Yeah, but you can still make the playoffs though. Like you even said.
I just corrected.
You have
I
nothing
just
to-
corrected myself. They're 11 games under 500. They 6 games out of the playoffs, 5 games out of the
I don't
playoffs.
think it's that deep.
Regardless, you really don't have nothing to play off. To play for the rest of the year, other than maybe making the playoffs.
That's
And
a lot
if you
to play
don't, you're still in the lottery again. So it don't matter.
You
got hella picks too.
You win the lottery
It don't matter.
regardless because
It don't matter.
You win the lottery eventually regardless because you have Cleveland's pick next year, which is gonna definitely be a lottery pick. It's like I think it's top 10 protected.
So
but
you
I'm
playing
pretty
with
sure.
house money. So
I know.
So give him the fucking ball.
He's
Give him
gonna
the
get the
ball.
ball. He's gonna take about 14, 15 shots.
14, 15 shots is not you giving him the ball.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
You know how many people on the team, G?
No, it's not.
How many?
And guess what? They're not the franchise.
Okay.
Brandon Ingram ain't top 15 in jersey sales. Lonzo Ball ain't top 15 in
I
jersey
hear you.
sales. Brandon ain't nobody paying to see Brandon Ingram. They paying
You're
to come
gonna
see
see
Zion Williamson
on
dunk
both
the
sides
shit
of
out of somebody.
Yeah, he gonna do that with 14, 15
Give
shots.
him the ball.
Okay.
If they don't give him the ball, Alvin Gentry need to be fired. And remember,
And
I
also,
said,
they
it, and
play
I'm not
at
taking that
such
shit
a
back.
They play at such a fast pace. It's enough.
Give him
it's
the
enough
ball.
for
Even
everyone
better.
to eat. G.
Give
They
him the
play
ball.
at
They
such
need
a
to treat
fast
that man
pace.
like Amari Stoudemire. Get that man the ball. Tell that man to go dunk. We're going to put you in pick and roll. Go dunk. We feeding you the ball. Take that shit to the rim 16, 17, 18 times a game.
Amari was
Put up
taking
your
50
24.
Amari was taking 16 shots a game.
With Steve Nash?
Yes,
And how many points is he giving you?
26. There you go. Like I said,
But no, he's giving you 26 because he's not just
And then,
No,
look.
wait a minute. He's officially on record taking 16 shots a game. But he's really taking about 20 to 25 because he's getting fouled half the time and going to the free throw line.
Okay.
How is Brandon Ingram going to still be able to if he averaging 18.7 now and he get to the free throw line 8 times, that means he getting the ball 25 to 30 times a game. It's not going to happen with Zion there. It's not going to happen that way.
Listen, G,
It's not going to happen that way. And if it happens, Alvin Gentry deserves to be fired.
He's still going to get the ball for the most part. At least he's going to take at least 16 shots a game. Reason being, he's still the best scorer. He's the best shooter. It's just now most of his shots might be more open because you can't double him. Or his assist going to go up. He's going to be fine either way.
All right, we'll see. That's all I'm
And I
saying.
picked the best year for Amari when he averaged 26, by the way. After that, it's like 12, 15, 14, 15.
What, 26 as a Nick?
Nah, 26 as a son. Yeah. And then after that, it's 12 shot attempts, 15 shot attempts, 14 shot attempts.
The truth is coming. Zion Williamson is coming. Anyways, it's been Hoops and Brews, man. We're about to get out of here. Any final words before we leave, depart?
No.
Happy Martin Luther King Day, man. Shout out to Dr. King. Thank you for all of your sacrifice and work on behalf of black people. we as a program would not exist if he didn't exist, obviously, because we wouldn't have the same freedoms and liberties that we have. So huge shout out to Dr. Martin Luther King. I know I got the the pictures of him in the wave cap and stuff on there just because I'm making fun, but because Twitter is funny. But still, shout out to Dr. Martin Luther King, man. It's been Dr. MLK Day episode of Hoops and Brews, man. As always, we appreciate you all for tuning in, for subscribing, for doing all of it. Hold on one second. Let me put that up there. Okay, yeah. So, anyways, happy MLK Day. It's your boy TPJ. Find me on Twitter, Instagram at RealTPJ. That's REELTPJ. It's a film joke if you don't get it, you damn dummy. As always, on Hoops and Brews, we drink beer, we talk basketball. If you're under 21 in America, if you're under 18 in Canada, you better be fucking drinking. Don't do it. It's wrong. And as always, this show co-stars rapper extraordinaire. He's still wild as hell for that Kemba Wallker take. By the way, that's the name of this episode, by the way.
What, Kemba Wallker top 20 point guard?
No, we're just putting Kemba Wallker top 20 all time.
Kemba Wallker top 20 point guard. That's not what I said.
He's top 20 point guard. He a top 20. He ain't top 20 shit.
He's top 20 point guard.
He top 20 this year. That's the only year.
Hey, Kemba Wallker top 20 point guard.
Actually, no. Kemba Wallker better than Derrick Rose. That's the name of this episode. You did that.
Okay.
You did that.
Nobody's gonna disagree with that.
He's not better than Derrick Rose.
I'm saying, like, people gonna read that and not disagree with it.
He's not better than Derrick Rose, but he's not better than Derrick Rose.
It hits more.
He's barely better than Derrick Rose right now, and Derrick Rose doesn't even get to play the full game.
It hits more if you say Kemba Walker's top 20 point guard ever. That hits way more. People gonna be like, whoa, what the fuck? That hits way more.
He's not better than D Rose either.
But that's not gonna hit people that hard. People will look at that and be like, okay.
He's not better than Kemba Walker. You saying the man got a better career than Derrick Rose?
He might end up having one.
He has not.
He might end up having one.
He hasn't won an MVP.
Let it progress.
Like, you realize Derrick Rose before he turned 23, had a leg up on every NBA great ever. Yeah. Because he did something that none of them did.
I know.
Kemba Walker, what, 28, 29?
29.
What the fuck he won?
4-time All-Star.
Get his ass bounced by OD Wade in the playoffs.
4-time All-Star, best player in Charlotte Hornets history.
Come on, man. If he wouldn't be the best player in Chicago Bulls history, he wouldn't even be top 4.
He'd be top 4.
No, he wouldn't.
Who be who
Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen,
Derrick Rose. Who else?
No, Derrick Rose. Who else? Dennis Rodman.
No, Robin's not a top. No,
yes, he is.
As a Bull.
Yes. Give me Robin.
What did he do as a Bull?
His career.
What did he do as a Bull?
Robin better than Kemba Walker.
He made no All-Star appearances.
So what? So what? Still a better player than Kemba Walker.
As a Bull.
Still a better player than Kemba Walker.
Gee, Robin
still a better player than. So what? Still a better player than Kemba Walker. I mean, overall still a better player than Kemba Walker.
Overall career, yes. As a
still
Bull.
A better player than Kemba Walker.
Overall career, yes.
Still a better player than Kemba Walker.
As a Bull.
Still a better player than Kemba Walker.
It's the reason Robin Jersey not retired.
Still as a Bull. Yeah, because he was a fucking psychopath.
No, because he wasn't even starting half the damn time.
And he was a goddamn psychopath.
He wasn't even starting half the damn time.
And he was a psychopath.
And he also made no All-Star teams.
And he
won
was
no defensive player of the year
awards. Better than Kemba Walker.
No.
Yes.
No.
Horace Grant as a Bull.
No.
Give me Artis Gilmore as a Bull.
That's debatable.
Give me Jerry Sloan as a Bull.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Tell me something about Jerry Sloan Bull's team.
It don't matter. Better than Kemba Walker. Better than Kemba Walker. Better than Kimba Hurley Walker. It don't matter, goddammit. It don't matter, goddammit. Anyways, get your plug in, man. Let's get ready to get
follow me on Twitter at Pavy Pavy World, all one word. Fill-in video out right now. Make sure y'all go check that out. Pavers.com.
Yeah, man. As always, man. Hoops and Brews. Subscribe. Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. At Hoops, the letter N, the word Brews. HoopsNBrews.com. HNBSports.com. Make sure you go check that out. Yeah, man. We're gonna continue to keep this train rolling. We'll probably get up with y'all either a couple days, during this week, or probably next weekend. We probably gonna have our homie Glasses Malone on, as well as we're gonna have our homie Chris on eventually. Chris Camello. So shout out to him, man. Shout out to everybody out there. Shout out to all of you guys if you're watching. Make sure you subscribe, like, drop a like on this. Make sure you go and you subscribe to our Patreon page, patreon.com/HB. Every single dollar you donate helps to keep us growing and keep this thing moving. This is a real thing because of you guys, and we appreciate it. And as always, make sure you subscribe, drop a like on this video. We appreciate all of you all. Have a happy MLK Day. Be safe this week. Don't drink and drive tonight. Peace to Dr. Martin Luther King. Thank you for everything that you've ever done. We appreciate it. Any final words?
No.
All right, man. We'll get out of here with y'all. We'll get up with y'all next time. Until then, peace out. It's been Hoops and Brews, man.
CD deck, and when I got home, my father was like, "That's nice. Where's mine at?" So then we got in the car and I
Fresh like I just got a contract. Fresh like I just got a max. Roller desk, we ballin' to the max. Fresh like I got a contract. Moving through the city, we be going. Roller that's you pulling, now you know it. Fresher than a max contract. Pulling up, we walking, and we walking in the back. Fresh like I just got a contract. Fresh like I just got a max.